Hello, everyone, and welcome to Broken Earth. I am your host, Warren, and these are my wonderful players. Because this is a new campaign, uh, let's see, there it is. To introduce everyone who is watching to this new world, the party has found themselves in a world where legend says it was torn apart in nuclear fire. Remnants of the old world can be found dotted across the landscape, and giant cities are now lifeless, or a home to fewer occupants in the days of long past. Roving bands of bandits manning vehicular contraptions are all over the place, ready to pounce on unsuspecting loners and drifters trying to carve a living out of this world. Legends have also come to pass about the old gods having a hand in the healing process of this world, for whatever it's worth, and resurging religions and cults dedicated to the Aesir, the Olympians, and other ancient religions have popped up all over the world. Some of these old gods have chosen their faithful to wield power on their behalf, spreading new religious orders across the landscape and communities. Magic, too, has found its way back into the world with wizards and sorcerers, creating centers of learning and larger communities to teach magic to those who have the will to harness it. They have found themselves in a tribe called the Crows, traveling across the great plains of the old United States in gargantuan land ships. Somehow, some way, you have found a home among these people who have taken you in, and you are expected to pull your own weight. So, with that, typically we would start our sessions off with the dice of destiny to see what happened last session. But because this is the first session that we are doing for this campaign, we are just going to introduce our players. So we're just going to go from left to right. That is on my screen. We are going to start with Baker. Baker, tell us the name of your character and a short description. Push a talk.
No, I will say this all to my screen and nobody else. My name is Marty Robbins. I am a sniper aficionado, and I look down upon all laziness.
So give us also a description of what he looks like as well, if you would please, good sir.
Give me 1 second to turn off my camera. He looks like this. Little dude right here.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. God, the memes. Okay, so with that, we're going to move on to Josh. Josh, the same thing. The name of your character, a little bit about him, and what he looks like.
All right, so the name of my guy is Rodney Smalls. He is a tinker and a eccentric child to making tools and playing with things. And as far as a description, as far as he is, he's a rather small in stature, about 5'3.5", and looks kind of malnourished, but closer inspection is more just lean.
Okay. Next, we are going to go to Michael. Michael, same thing.
My name is Ket, and I'm a changeling sorcerer. uh, unlike most changelings, I actually grew up in a community where we were accepted among the people, and so I'm kind of proud of my changeling abilities, and I'm not very shy with using them. As far as my looks, obviously my true form, which no one really ever sees, is just pale white with white eyes and
But
um,
what is the form that you have chosen
because
now?
of my
What is the form that you have chosen now?
uh so Ket, which is the mask that I use, my persona, is a tall, slender, um tanned man, maybe mid 20s, early 30s, um slick black hair, no facial hair, uh just a very serious, and but tries to stay as in the middle as possible.
All right.
And also because of my draconic sorcerer bloodline, any form that I choose, I have dragon scales on the backs of my arms, which
Mhm.
I use to deflect blows.
Awesome. Next is Brandon. Brandon, give us the name of your character, a short description, if you would please, good sir.
Alrighty. Name of my character is Intantwa Kombashe. I'm a high elf artificer, and I'm probably the least prepared person here. But let's see. Family originated in the grew up in a village next to one of the great bunkers. Exposed to old world tech from a young age. Learned how to tinker with the tech to help my tribe. Apparently, I was young at the age of 40. My tribe was attacked by a rival gang of bandits. Displaced my tribe. We traveled to the southwest to find safe harbor. We ran to the crows, and I think that's probably enough for now. As for the description, I'm a high elf. For now, I look like a high elf. That's about the best I got for you folks. I wish I had more. Tune in next week and we'll see where we are.
Yes, he also goes by the nickname of Inti, and he and Marty are stepbrothers, if I do remember. But yes,
Yeah,
we are going to then move on to Austin. Austin, go ahead and give us a short description of your character and his name.
So, my character's name is Morgrim Hallow, Tiefling Warlock, but with a twist. My character has long braided black hair with two curved horns sprouting from his forehead, a light purplish, almost not light, kind of darker purplish, borderline violet skin tone. A fun little prehensile tail, and a set of wings.
Indeed. And last but not least, Pat, because Pat has just come in. Pat, give us the name of your character and a short description of what he looks like.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to hear me or if I'm going to start glitching anytime soon. My Wi-Fi is being extremely spotty right now.
Nah, it's fine. You're coming
So
in pretty clear.
okay, good. So my dude his name is Cedar Nova. He is a Dragonborn, a silver Dragonborn. He is a cleric. He was born to like a cleric. This is what he's been doing. So he decided to like go try to become a brave to be more useful for the tribe.
And what does he look like? Just a silver dragonborn wearing anything weird
Yeah,
or what?
just a no, just a stereotypical. Like, oh, yeah, that's a very average Dragonborn right there.
Alrighty. So with that, we're gonna get right to it. It is early morning. The tribe is beginning to wake up from their encampment. You see men, women, and children. Man, my Wi-Fi is spotty. Okay, so you guys have pretty much woken up at camp right now. You see men, women, and children are taking down tents that are surrounded by these gigantic land ships. The land ships, you guys have seen them before. Some of you guys have even lived on them. They are gigantic diesel trucks, probably twice or thrice the size of what you would normally think of now, with trailers to match the ginormous size. But everyone seems to be, breaking camp, putting supplies back into these trucks, and you are now hearing the diesel engines roar to life. For our artificers, you guys are, you because you guys know what you're looking for. You're seeing a lot of the engineers are just giving the thumbs up before the person up in the cockpit of the land ship rolls the engines over. They start off pretty slow. You hear one engine, then two engine, then three engine, then four engine firing in sequence until they are running pretty much like sewing machines. They sound pretty good today. So with that being said, Marty, we're going to start with you. What are you doing?
I am on top of my family's land ship, or the land ship that my family has been given, the trailer, facing out of camp, having just finished pulling, the last guard shift. That's my preferred
Okay.
guard shift because it allows me to wake up a little earlier and figure out what's going on for the day.
Yeah, so you would be standing right next to one of the twin mounted 50s that are that's on the trailer, pretty much just kind of resting your arm up against it, I would assume.
I'm standing behind it, but I've instead of resting my arm or resting my hands on the twin mounted 50, oddly enough, I'm cradling a lever action instead.
All right. Well, it's at this point your y'all's handler, Chandler, Nova.
Chandler the
No relation to Nova. But anyway, your handler, he ends up coming up and he begins calling you down to what you would know would be the buggy and the two motorcycles that you guys are, well, at 4 motorcycles that you guys have been issued as far as your small group, your small training group. So that is what is going on with you. Josh, remind me your character's first name again.
It's Rodney.
Rodney, yes. Rodney, what are you doing?
There obviously would be like a engine room and like maintenance room for all the land ship parts, right?
There would. It's on truck number 2.
Okay, I mean, I would obviously be in there, run through my little clipboard that's magically tinkered to have my daily checklist, and I'd just be running through all the gauges, engines, checking with the engineers.
Yeah, the engineers are saying that trucks 1, 2, and 3 are pretty good to go. On truck 3, engine 4 is kind of acting a little bit wonky, but it'll get you guys through the rest of the day. Repairs will probably be needed later on that night, but it should be fine for the rest of the day.
I'd just take a note of that and then keep perusing and doing my normal walk around, tapping little gauges and.
You do know that here pretty soon you are going to be gathering with the rest of your companions to go out on patrol. So I would assume you would be hurriedly making these notes, going through your checks before bouncing over to the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
No,
motorcycles.
I would be making all the checks and rounds and make sure everything's up and functioning before we leave.
Alrighty. Ket, what are you doing?
Well, I have woken up and gotten everything ready for the day, gotten dressed and everything, and I will. I guess I'm just kind of dinking around, maybe with a cup of coffee. Is there coffee? I'm gonna
Yeah,
drink me a cup of coffee and.
breakfast was served. Actually, it's still kind of technically being served out of one of the out of truck 3. But yeah, you
Okay,
can
so
go ahead and
I
grab
am
a cup
leaving
of
out of
coffee.
truck 3 with a cup of coffee, and as Chandler's walking up to me to tell me that it's everything that we need to get going or whatever, I'm going to immediately transform into him
Mm-hmm.
and start like kind of like boss him around, telling him all the stuff that he's telling me that we need to get done and ready to go.
He's dealt with this before. He just rolls his eyes and says, "Just get it fucking done." Moves on.
Fucking changeling 101 right there.
he he does tell you though that the trucks and the motorcycles need to be fueled, and that is your job for the day, so far at least.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and transform back into Ket and just not even respond to his reaction to my performance and just turn it.
Okay. So next we are going to be moving on to Inti. Inti, what are you doing?
I am finishing cleaning by hunting rifle and my revolver, making sure both of which are loaded, and looking around, just kind of enjoying the morning.
Yeah, the sunrise is rising over the plains. Give me a perception check.
Which dice is that with?
D20.
D20.
If it's a check, it's pretty much always going to be done with a D20 with Dungeons and
I
Dragons
figured.
5th edition.
16.
16, and you added your modifier as well, right?
No, I didn't add a dadgum thing. That is perception +3. That's 19.
19. Yeah, so on the hill just ahead, you do see a herd of buffalo, a rather large one. They are moving off to the left and away from you guys.
Can I like announce that to everybody around me? Hey, look, there's a food source. Like, we got some buffalo coming up over the horizon.
Chandler is actually walking up behind you. He looks after you point it out to him. No, these are Sioux lands. We want to leave that for them.
Okay, then yes, I'll leave that be and just keep on polishing my guns, making sure they all and pretty fine.
He does tell you, however, to meet up at the buggy and the motorcycles, and get ready to go out on patrol.
All right, then once I'm done polishing up, then I'll put away my gun cleaning kits and head that way.
Good. Morgrim, what are you doing?
Yes.
Talking about Magrum, that's
Magrim. No,
yeah, character. That's Rob's character. He's not here right now.
no, Morgrim. Morgrim Hollow, Austin's character.
Yeah. Baker. Yeah. So I'm sitting in a perch, just kind of surveying our surroundings, fiddling with some of the that I'm feeding my my companion, Munin, the crow.
Yeah. So where exactly are you? Like, are you perched on top of one of the land ships at the moment?
Yeah, I'd be in one of the land ship perches.
So you are seeing the pretty much the day shift. They are beginning to climb on top of the trucks. They're giving once overs of the 50s and all the guns that are on top of these trucks. And you see Chandler kind of yell out from below you. You know, hey, it's time to go. Get to the buggy.
So, at hearing that, I just kind of stand up. You know, I'm gonna eagle dive off.
I did not get what you said.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eagle dive off my perch. Fucking Assassin's Creed style, fucking. Yeah! I'm a tiefling with wings. It's a thing.
Well, I should have been aware that you had wings at first, but yeah, that's fine. You are able to glide down, and you end up walking over to.
Give it my description.
Well, then I must have overlooked it. My bad. So you end up making your way towards the trucks, and finally, Cedar, what are you doing?
I'm assuming I will be cleaning up here and there, finishing like basic paperwork for all the medical check-ins and stuff before I head out.
Yeah, your partner ends up, kind of placing a hand on your shoulder and saying, "Hey, you better get going."
Hmm.
So yeah, everyone just kind of meets up, guns out, ready to go. And Chandler, he ends up coming up and, all right, you guys look good to go. Who's taking the motorcycles? Marty's hand is the first one to shoot up.
I have a catchphrase. Don't forget before we start off, I have a catchphrase.
Hey, Marty, I'm
NT
writing
says
bitch.
NT says frickin' dibs.
So we have NT, Marty, Ket, who's riding the fourth motorcycle.
I guess I'll ride the fourth one.
All right, and Chandler tells Nova and Morgrim to hop on the buggy, and he takes the wheel. So you guys begin driving off. So it
I ho
is.
silver away.
Oh my god. So yes, you guys, it's a little bit of off-roading before you get onto the main road. If you could call it a main road, it is a lot of torn up asphalt. So your motorcycles, they pretty much are Harleys, but they are outfitted with really thick lugged off-road tires. And I mean, it handles fairly okay on the asphalt. A lot of jerry rigging has been happening over these few years to the vehicles to make sure that they're good to go. But once you guys get onto the asphalt, we're going to say that Chandler would have told you guys the route that you guys are going to be taking. Who is going to be taking point? Who are the two people who are going to be taking point? You have Marty
I
volunteering.
can take point from the sky.
These vehicles are going to drive faster than you can fly.
Okay.
So we have Marty and Ket volunteering to be up ahead. In which case, Rodney and who was the fourth? Inti, you guys are going to be bringing up the rear. So yeah, you guys are driving off. Is there anything specific that you guys are looking for? Because you guys can search for scrap here.
I mean, on any patrol, Rodney would be keeping his eye out for shiny objects.
Alrighty.
I'm looking for tubular devices that could serve as a barrel for my pet project.
Pretty much anything I can tinker with.
Okay. So for you guys, give me. Yes, Kat.
I just wanted to say that when we got on the motorcycles, I changed personas to a burly, bald, tattooed biker dude in leathers and chaps, and
Oh,
his
Christ.
name is Sean.
Sean.
No, not Sean, like Saun or Sean. It's like Shan, like Sean.
Okay. So.
Big Bobby Bill.
So yeah, you guys. For those of you who are searching for things who are not in the buggy, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Or perception, whichever is highest.
19.
19.
Yeah, I had to roll up on Owlbear, Warren.
Okay.
I got a 7.
7. Curse of
I
the
got
Stone Sight
14.
strikes again. What was
I
that?
got a 2.
Yeah, Brandon timed out. He needs to not try to turn on his camera. We will. Okay, so Brandon is back. What was your roll, Inti? Don't turn on your camera, Brandon. Your internet can't handle it.
Okay, 14.
14. Okay, so Inti, you end up finding some, which you do end up calling out to everyone else off in the, not necessarily off in the distance, but off the road a ways. There is an old rusted out car that could probably be used for scrap for the main baggage train.
All right, do I need to write this down?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
you guys end up veering off of the road and investigating it after clearing the area. Chandler ends up radioing up, the specific position where the scrap is at, and it's at that point that you guys are able to drive off. Unfortunately, Marty, you don't necessarily find anything that you would see of use for you, but Rodney, you end up finding a ways away off the road a car that, upon inspection, just kind of lifting the hood and whatnot, it had broken down because it threw a rod, but there are vehicle parts in here. A very, very important find. And because of that, your GM needs to make a note. Okay. So with that, you guys keep on keeping on, moving on. You end up stopping at a bridge. The bridge is out, and this is typically a bridge that is one that has really traveled a lot in the wasteland. This bridge has been built maybe 50 some odd years ago, wide enough for the crows to drive their large land ships across, but it's more or less across a ravine, like a ditch area, very, very wide ditch. It's roughly 60 feet deep. It's at this point that Chandler looks at you guys after he radios it up, and he says, "Okay, so what are you guys gonna do about this?" Yes, Monty. Or
I'm
Marty.
gonna take a look at the bridge and see if I can tell why it's out. Was it sabotaged? Is old age, something like that?
Give me an investigation check.
With a help action.
Okay. So roll that at advantage. NT, what are you doing? You are muted if you're trying to talk, Brandon.
I got a 17 for
Yeah, might
investigation.
help if I unmuted myself. I'm also trying to help investigate and see why the bridge is out, see if there's any other, and look around, see if there's any other available crossing points if we can't cross the bridge.
Okay. We're going to say that because Marty and Ket are investigating the bridge right now, that your course of action would be
Kind of scouting around.
Yeah, kind of scout around, see if there's another way to kind of forge across this this ravine. So,
all right, would that be a perception or investigation?
It all depends on how far out you're going to go and who wants to join you.
I'll tag along with him.
Okay.
I'll join.
Okay, so we have 3 people. I'm assuming you guys are going to be taking the motorcycles. How far out are you guys wanting to go?
About how long is the ravine? I mean, is it horizon to horizon?
Relatively so. Well, not necessarily. The reason why this bridge was built across is because the ground that is around this area is known to be really, really wet. Whenever storms would come through this area, they would, for all intents and purposes, turn the area around you into a form of marshland. So it is going to be hard to traverse. You'll probably have to go out for maybe a couple of miles.
Okay, so maybe go out about 2-3 miles.
Yeah. So that's what you guys are trying to do?
That's my goal.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'll roll with him for 2-3 miles, but I'm gonna keep my head on a swivel too.
Okay. You give me a perception
Maybe
check.
split up, one go north, one go south of the bridge.
Oh, so you're trying to, you know, maybe split you guys up to kind of search both ways of this ravine.
Yeah, see if there's another spot that we can cross on either side. Just kind of scout everything out a little bit if we can.
Chandler sees the wisdom in this, and he has Morgrim tag along with him. Says Morgrim, hop in the buggy. We're gonna go. We're gonna go north.
Warren, I rolled a 7 on perception. I don't see shit.
Okay, is it a perception roll?
For you, because you were are you specifically looking for any hazards?
Specifically looking mainly for a place to cross, but also kind of trying to keep an eye out for hazards.
Go ahead and give me a perception check as well.
Obviously, crossing the forest ain't gonna help much. So,
what about you, Cedar?
I'm searching for hazards on the way, and I rolled a 19.
Awesome, awesome.
I rolled a 17 if it is investigation or perception.
That for this it'll be perception.
17.
So while I'm not going to necessarily say that Rodney is dumb, but he's possibly looking the other way to see if, you know, if anybody was following behind you guys, or behind you guys in the direction of the land ships where the main group is. But you two do spot some smoke on the horizon off to your east. So while Rodney is looking west, you are looking east, and the both of you guys spot some smoke on the horizon. Fairly
Alright,
far away, though.
We are moving east, though, right? That's our goal.
No, you were moving. Yeah, you're wanting to move east, but you were currently moving south.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have anything else,
Have we the full 2 or 3 miles and seen that? Is that all we've seen?
That you roughly see that about maybe 3/4 of the way after you guys get out from behind a hill. You do end up seeing some smoke coming up further on. But once you get down to the end of a ravine, the problem is it is going to be some fairly treacherous terrain. Not impossible to pass through, though, with the trucks. The trucks can get through here, considering that it hasn't rained for a few days. But once you get across this ravine, it's going to be a while before you guys get any form of support from the main column. And it's going to be hell trying to ride back.
All right, can we get the bikes through the ravine through that same path as the trucks?
It would be inadvisable, because even though it's not necessarily a straight drop, it is a fairly steep decline.
Okay. Can I leave like a marker, like on the back side of the hill that was there before we saw the smoke, and like leave the bikes there?
Oh,
and
that
start riding
the hill that you guys would have, you know, had to kind of get around to see that smoke was on the other side of the ravine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's well then. Can I leave like a marker behind with the bikes for wherever we decided to leave them, to be like, hey, yeah, look, this is where it is. Something that we can track.
I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, you can't too. You're an artificer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just still new to this artificer stuff.
Hey, Warren. So whatever this part is that they find, I'm assuming they would point it out. I'm going to grab a random stone, and I'm gonna make it shine bright pink, and then set it there.
Okay. So are you doing that at the end of the ravine, or where you found the smoke at?
The crossing point that they were mentioning.
The crossing point where you guys are finally coming around from the ravine.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab like 2 stones and basically mark the crossing point with a bright like fluorescent color using
Okay.
the magical tinkering.
Okay, yeah, sure. So yeah, you end up picking up a nearby stone, casting some form of magic on it, and you kind of toss it down on the ground. It even though it's in broad daylight, it's still pretty noticeable in the grasses. We're then going to move on to Morgrim. Morgrim, you and Chandler take the buggy north. Are you looking for anything specific?
So I'm gonna assume that the bridge was sabotaged just because that's the kind of person that I am. So I'm going to be looking for any signs of other land ships or foot traffic that doesn't necessarily look like it belongs there.
Yeah, give me a survival check. When we will come back to you, Morgan, because we kind of left Marty and Ket behind. So you guys, what was your check again? It was 17, right? Okay. So yes, indeed, the bridge was indeed sabotaged. You can definitely see some cuts on the guard railing by some form of saw, and you can see some scorch marks where some explosives were used on this bridge.
I am now going to be looking for potential ambush.
So you would have found this out before everyone just kind of drove off. But upon further inspection, I'm not going to make you roll for it. Just kind of scanning your surroundings, you don't necessarily see any signs of an ambush.
What does our surroundings look like? Like, what kind of terrain is right there around the bridge?
So there is that ravine. The ravine, again, it's not necessarily like a sharp cliff, but it is a very, very steep incline. You can still see some water about maybe covering about maybe 5 to 10 feet deep in the bottom of this ravine. Behind you, you guys were most...
Let me rephrase that. Yeah.
Behind you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if I was standing at the ravine and I turned around, what do I see?
So behind you, most of it is grassland. You are in the Great Plains, although you do see some trees kind of here, there, and over there. Not necessarily heavily populated by trees. It's mostly grassland. The grasses are maybe 3.5 feet tall. That's good. That's what you were looking for.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't see what I was looking for, so that's cool. Continue.
Okay. So now we're going to come back to Morgan. Morgan, what was your roll?
So I rolled 14 on the die and a +2.
So 16. You do see some tire marks. How many different vehicles? It's really hard to tell, but you do see some tire marks on this side of this ravine.
Are we headed in the direction that the tire marks are going?
They seem to be. They seem to have started maybe a little bit, at least from what you could ascertain, a little bit after you left from the bridge, and then further north is where they lead. So one could surmise that they came from the north and took out the bridge, or it could have been just a party coming across the bridge and moving north.
So I'm gonna radio back to what's his name, Chance.
He's sitting right next to you driving.
Oh. All right, so I'm gonna tell Chandler what I'm looking at, and then I'm going to send Munin, kind of up and north to see if maybe he can see something.
Does he function like a familiar?
He does.
So you're just going to kind of send him out as far as you can, pretty much within range, and then look through his eyes. Is that what you're doing?
I mean, I can. I was just gonna kind of send him out as far as he could, as he could get, and see if he, came back with any kind of squawking that would let me know that there's danger. Because for all intents and purposes, Munin is an actual crow.
We'll just go with you looking through his eyes. That mechanically
Alright.
is something that I'm familiar with right now, and I don't want to stop gameplay grabbing books. So you send him out about as far as you can. You look through his eyes. He does see that the ground that you were traveling on is a little bit darker, and he sees that stretching up miles and miles northward. But also northward, you don't see any way of crossing. But as far as danger is concerned, you don't see any moving vehicles. You don't see any people.
All right. So I'm going to summon Munin back and tell Chandler it's useless to continue on the way we're going. There's no crossings and there's no hostiles.
All right, then. And it's at this point he kind of pulls the e-brake, cuts
Flips a
the
bitch.
wheel, flips around, and he starts heading back towards the bridge. So, coming back to Inti, Rodney, and Cedar, are you guys going to be heading back? Did you say that you were heading back?
Yeah, since there wasn't really anything useful other than the cloud of smoke.
Okay. So you're pretty much just going to head back, report into Chandler what you guys saw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just going to say that everyone meets up, and I'm going to let you guys take it away with some roleplay. Go and roleplay. Do your thing. Whoever wants to go first.
Did you guys see who took out the bridge?
Didn't see a damn thing. Found a crossing though.
Doesn't look like the bikes can go through it though, but the trucks might can.
Well, the bikes will be able to go over that crossing onto the other side.
Yeah, I saw some smoke over there whenever I was driving around. So I think maybe someone's camped out over there.
We should proceed with caution. We have ascertained that the bridge has been sabotaged.
Not sabotage.
Oh no! Whatever shall we do? Yeah, Chandler. He's listening to you guys. He says, "Well, you're on assessment. What are we doing?"
How far away was the smoke from where we could cross?
As far as mileage is concerned, you guys aren't necessarily certain. It seemed to have originated from the horizon.
We could roll over and take a peek.
But by the time we get over there, the trucks will be here at the bridge. Let's radio up and tell them where the crossing is, and then cross ourselves and secure the area.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds like a good idea. I'll lay out markers from the main road to the crossing.
Okay. So yeah, I would also think that Inti would probably be able to help you with that as well, since he can do the same thing. Is that what you're going to be doing? Inti?
Yeah,
Yeah, because we
yeah,
can
I'd be volunteering to help him.
yeah,
Okay.
because we can magically between the two of us we can magically tinker up 8 things because I can do 4 and he can do 4.
Okay. Is that magical tinkering? Is that the ability for that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
feat for it. It allows you to create either a light nonverbal sound or static visual effect. Or
Okay.
you can make recording
Basically like
sounds and odor.
the artificer's version of prestidigitation.
Basically,
All right.
we get limited uses, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah.
However, ours lasts indefinitely, so
Yeah.
that makes it fun.
Well, fair warning. Y'all probably gonna have to help me out with remembering what each ability does. That's
That's
out of
fine.
character.
You-
but
Hey,
You'll get used to
I'm
it,
here
Brandon.
for you. I'm here for you, buddy.
I
But yeah,
appreciate
I
it.
would. How far from the crossing was the main road?
From the crossing, it's about 3 miles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we would set up a marker every what 6. So yeah, we'd set up every like third mile, like every third of a mile, we'd set up a marker.
Okay. So yeah, you guys end up doing that, and Chandler, you know, he follows on the buggy once he kind of sees the area. He nods and says, "Yeah, I remember stories of this being the old bridge before the for a big ass storm. Turn that area over there," and he points to the grass, and the grass in this area is noticeably darker and greener. Till it turned that son of a bitch into a lake. Just now cleared up, but it's gonna be a while. Yeah, let's go ahead and go. So you guys gonna keep on pressing on? Awesome, awesome. So you guys are pretty much making a beeline towards the smoke on the horizon now, right? Because now it's at this point, once you guys are moving, it is within everyone's view now. And again, it does seem to be originating from the horizon.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think we
that's,
should definitely check that out. I
Yeah.
think it might be a good idea to have Austin. I can't remember your character's name, but your little crow friend, have him fly ahead and see what he sees before we get in earshot.
You can bet, and I'm just gonna hang on. I think I might be able to support enough bandwidth to do this. Yeah. So I'm literally just gonna have him on my arm and just fly, Munin, fly.
Go Power Rangers.
So I guess Munin ends up flying fairly high, and you see him zigzagging across the sky, just scanning the area. So yeah, you guys keep on going. It's you guys do end up going about maybe 20 miles before Munin begins circling.
So as I see Munin circling, I'm going to call for the trail to the train to go ahead and come to a stop.
Yeah, Chandler. Yeah, and I'm assuming you're sitting next to Chandler right now because you're in the buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does end up kind of honking his horn, signifying that everyone needs to hold the fuck up.
And I'm going to tap into Munin's vision and see what he sees.
It is a sight very horrifying. There is a settlement
It's
up
a
ahead.
murder.
There is a small settlement up ahead. The settlement of Green Grove that you guys were going to be staying at seems to have been completely ransacked. It is a very, very, very small settlement. Maybe population 20, 30 people tops. Mostly women and children. You can see bodies in the streets. There are also men kind of going through, or you see movement going into buildings and pulling things out, things of that nature.
So an active raid.
The
Like-
ass end of a raid, honestly. There doesn't Munin doesn't even he doesn't hear any gunshots anymore. Or like if this raid would have happened recently, he wouldn't have heard any gunshots anymore. You see a few of them are gathering bodies towards the outskirts of this town. And you know, a part of this group, and I would say it's maybe 8 people that are doing this. They're beginning to erect some form of cross, like, you know, lashing 2 beams together in a cross-like fixture, and you were seeing them beginning to tie bodies to these crosses. 3 of them have already been raised.
So, in my ward state, I'm going to relay to Chandler what is happening.
You are deafened and blinded and rendered dumb, pretty much. You'll have to pop out.
Oh. Yeah. Then I will pop out real quick. Tell him what I see. And tell him I have a problem with them using my lord's sign as such.
Let's get it on.
Are you guys listening in? Like, you know, turn off the bikes and just kind of listen into what Morgan is doing? Okay. So,
yeah. Rodney's over here like, what do you see, Crow Eyes? What do you see?
It's a great nickname, and I fucking love it.
Legolas, what do your crow eyes see? Oh, that's a copyright. Anyway, so as Morgan, are you going to pop back into your crow or no?
No. So I'm going to recall Munin, turn to Chandler and tell him I saw a handful of men lashing together crosses and tying bodies to them. Right now, we have the element of surprise. I think we should take them.
These bikes aren't silent.
No, if we're going to be
Those
doing
of us
that,
on
we need
point-
to go on foot. And he says he's had the buggy turned off, but he just kind of grabs the rail of the buggy and he pulls himself out, goes to the top of the buggy, and the 240 that's on top, he unhooks it and just kind of throws it over his shoulder, grabbing a bag of ammo.
I'm all for it.
I'm assuming.
I'm sorry,
assuming
but
that Chandler
I
is
kind of
Uh,
missed most of that.
Real quick, we're going to go to NT first, and then we'll come back to you, Ket. So what's up, NT?
Kind of missed most of what you said. Honestly, you were kind of cutting in and out.
Yeah, so pretty much what Morgrim is saying is what he saw up ahead is, you know, men raiding the village of Greengrove, and they're beginning to lash bodies to crosses and put them on display.
Okay. Did he say something about like trying to ride in and stop them?
Yeah, so Chandler, you see him grab the 240 machine gun that's on top of the buggy. He's just kind of throwing it over his shoulder and throwing a bag of ammo over his other shoulder.
Okay. Are we leaving like the bikes and the trucks behind, trying to make
Yeah.
like a sneak attack?
Yeah.
Okay. That's then I want to grab my rifle, revolver, and my knife, and grab just about as much ammo as I can carry, and then try and move more towards the north side of the camp, trying to flank them a little bit. so that way I can get like different angle.
Also, if I did not handle ammo, which I don't think I did in character creation, you guys have 20 rounds of rifle if you have a rifle, and 20 rounds of pistol if you have a pistol, and 20 rounds of revolver if you have a revolver.
Let me write that down.
If you
right
have
quick.
multiple weapons of the same type, you still only have 20 rounds.
That's not gonna work.
Okay.
How many rounds go in the rifle? I know revolver is 6, but how many rounds go in the rifle?
Rifle, I believe, is 5. I can
I don't know
double
what you're
check.
talking about, man. I got the extendo clip in my revolver. I can hold 8 rounds.
The motherfucking extincto clip. Just put a magazine on the handle of the revolver.
Wow.
Wow.
Ugh, it hurts my brain.
Actually, I saw a meme about that.
I know, that's what I was
send it to
referring
you guys
to.
later. Oh, hell yeah.
For those
Sucks
of
for
you
you
at
guys. My revolver
those of
doesn't
you
need
at-
ammo.
Okay, so
for those of you at home,
Ket, yeah, I want to get to Ket real quick. So Ket, what were you going to say?
I wanted to know if you said there was people lashing together crosses and hanging people up on them. Is it the raiders making the crosses and lashing the townsfolk to them, or is it the other way around?
From that position, where Munin was at, I keep on wanting to say Krell, damn it. Morgan, you would not have been able to distinguish friend from foe, but you were able to see or barely see that was exactly what was happening.
Okay.
So yeah, that is that. So, are you guys like how are you guys going to go about sneaking up on them? Are you just going to hide in the grass? Marty.
what is max effective range for my? Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. I have a feat for that. I'm going to post up about 300 yards from town.
Okay.
You get the sharpshooter feat, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. That's the first thing we looked at. That's like the first thing we're like, you need that. I post up about 300 yards from town in a bush or tussock of grass, so I am not able to be seen.
Okay. Your maximum range on that rifle is 240 feet.
That is garbage. I have the sharpshooter thing.
Yeah, that's 240 feet where you are not going to suffer disadvantage.
I guess I'm 240 feet away. Or actually, you know what? 200 feet away. So I have 40 range. 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
200
So, are you guys going to get about roughly where Marty is going to be at to kind of survey the land?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna try to move.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm gonna try to move a little closer to be kind of like a spotter.
I got you.
This is gonna go so well. I love this.
So,
yeah, go ahead, Ket.
Ket is actually going to transform again, into another persona, who will call him Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Mark is a rather petite, slender, fit, younger looking. He's basically the infiltrator, the spy. He's got an unassuming facial features. Wears a cloak. Because I can change my clothes and stuff like that when I transform too,
clothes,
right?
No, clothes.
I didn't misread that.
No.
Yeah, it's just physical appearance, and you can't actually. You can change your height, but within the size range.
Mm-hmm.
So, being a medium creature, you can only be within the size.
Okay.
It's like 4'10" to like 6'3" or some shit like that.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I didn't realize that I couldn't change the clothes. But okay, so yeah. Anyway, everything the same. Like I said, I'm
Mhm.
assuming I'm already wearing like a traveler's cloak type thing, leather jacket thing. But yeah, I'm gonna change into Mark, and I'm going to creep up to the outskirts of town.
Well, before you get to the outskirts of town, you will be met with what I am about to tell you guys. Morgrim, are you going to be setting up next to where Marty is, or
I'm going to set up near Marty.
okay? Inti,
I'd kind of like to move out. Try and keep like probably about 200 yards between me and the village, but also try and move towards like the north side, get a different vantage point. Uh, well, actually, what's the range on my hunting rifle? Actually,
80 up to 80 feet you can shoot without rolling a disadvantage, and then from 80 to 240 feet you will have to roll a disadvantage.
okay, so I'm gonna try and move about, or I'm gonna try and move towards like their north flank of the village, but not gonna try and like take any pot shots or anything like that. Kind of just gonna try and look around, see what I can see, and go from there.
So how far away from the main group are you going to be?
Let's see, or how far off from the west side of the village are they?
Marty said that he was going to be posting up pretty much like around 200 feet away from, I would assume, the first enemies that you see. Okay. So yeah, as far as where the town is at, they're probably 300 feet outside of town.
They're probably about 300 feet outside of town.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe only about 300 feet north of them.
Okay.
Still within reasonable distance, but not like not up in not on their ass, and they ain't up my ass, but we can still communicate.
Ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Inti, you give me a perception check.
Oh, I don't like this.
Then we
You
are
have
going,
no idea.
and then we are going to ask Cedar what he is doing.
That pencil there so it don't roll off.
Cedar, what are you doing? Are you going to be setting up with the main group, heading off with NT, going off in a different
16.
direction? What are you doing?
So everyone's on the east side of it, right?
West side.
West side?
Yeah.
I'll guess I'll go south then. See
South.
how, yeah.
Okay, so
And
you're going to
post.
go off by yourself.
Dangerous.
Yeah, you can go ahead and give
I'm
me
a
a perception check
sneaky,
as well.
sneaky lizard.
You can go ahead and give me a perception check as well. So what was
Heck
your
yeah,
perception
let's
there,
go.
Inti?
Rolled a 13 with a +3.
So 16. So you hear the faint screams of a woman emanating from the northern center of the town.
Okay. Can I try to sneak in closer and get a better?
We will come back to you.
Okay.
So, Cedar, what was yours real quick?
21.
21.
You are actually, from this vantage point, you were able to see what the others are seeing aside from Inti, because Inti's focus is taken elsewhere. What these men are doing is they are disemboweling these bodies and slitting their throats before they hang them.
Ooh, so or is there any survivors left?
Um,
We
as
haven't
far
seen felonies yet. Just wait until I get started. There we go.
as far as survivors, the only survivors you see are the men who are perpetrating this. But as far as the amount of enemies that you guys are seeing, for the rest of you, this is also included, aside from NT. Well, I would say NT, but not exactly what the guys are doing to these bodies. You see about 8 guys around this collage of wood and flesh, and doing their morbid things.
Oh, too easy. 2 for each. Let's go.
So yes, Ket.
They're back.
From where I am, from where I'm kind of on the outskirts of town, checking stuff out, do I see any of the raiders dead?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's gonna be like I think that's a 5, a 6.
Your focus.
Either way, I don't think I saw it.
Your focus, unfortunately, is on this morbid display before you. You're just, I mean, you could possibly be feeling horrified, anger, disgust, whatever you were feeling. That you were more drawn to that
Excited.
emotion of seeing this morbid thing than you are of actually scanning others. You just kind of glance around, and then your eyes become fixated back on this morbid sight.
Tell you what I'm disgusted with is these damn dice rolls tonight. That's what I'm disgusted with.
Join the club. I think the curse of the stone side is spreading there, Baker. Curse of the stone side strikes again. Anyway,
It's not as funny this session, but
yeah,
it's
it's
funny.
not as funny. You'll have to come up with a different sign for that. Anyway, Morgrim, are you looking for anything in particular?
No, because I'm pissed at the fact that I see people being put on crosses.
You're more or less angered at your god's defilement of his holy symbol.
Well, he didn't defile it, but these
Well,
people's
yes.
defilement of
Yes.
the symbol of my god. Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Rod-
Spartacus.
Rodney, what are you doing?
Oh, I am going to begin to proceed closer to this settlement. Obviously, without raising any of attention.
Okay, we will have to wait on you then. Marty, last but not least.
I'm in my position, right?
You are. Rodney would be to your right. Chandler is to your left. And you see him, he's set up bipods, and he's getting behind the 240, just kind of throwing rounds off to the side to get them ready to go. You can give me an insight check on him if you'd like.
I'm going to do 2 things. For one, I'm going to do the insight check, and then I'm going to talk to Rodney. All right, insight check. Oh, 14.
Pure, unadulterated rage.
Oh, he's about to let that lead fly.
I love the smell of gunpowder in the morning.
Oh, it's so nice.
Oh,
It
To
is.
Rodney, as I'm posted up down there, I'm going to take careful aim towards the group of bandits
mhm.
and say, all right, call one, indicating call out a target.
Aye, eagle eye.
Can they see my character?
I'm gonna raise my rifle, and where's the closest group of bandits?
The closest would be right at 200. They are right now erecting another of
And
these
how many is
crosses.
that group?
3.
All right, so I'm raising my rifle, and I'm going to take a crack shot on the left. And as soon as I pull the trigger, I just look back at him, and be like, "Hit the center or right, your choice."
So if anyone is wanting to open fire with any weapon that you have in range, I will allow a surprise round.
I was gonna stab one.
How close are this same group of bandits to me?
You said that you're pretty much where the main group of the party is, right?
No, I had gone to the edge of town. I am like in the last bit of tall grass before you start getting to buildings.
Well then, give me a stealth check then.
Hey, Warren, for that shot I cracked off on the guy on the left, just look over at Owlbear.
Oh boy.
We also forgot to do damage
Did you
modifiers.
roll
I
that
don't
at
remember.
disadvantage?
It's a
I have sharpshooter as well.
15.
Oh, you do. Okay.
I'm so proud of this party.
You got 15. So that group of 3 that is now being fired upon, they see you.
Okay.
The rest of them,
So-
however, do not. They are just kind of looking around like this whenever the shots ring out.
Hey, Warren, and if that hits him,
Okay,
it's
so-
13 damage.
13 points of damage. Let me pull out a book real quick. Yeet.
Yes.
Because it's surprise, it's double
before I
damage,
act,
right?
I need to know how many of those 3 are dead.
Give me just a second. There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, Baker,
Yeah, I know.
I rolled max damage.
So
What was the
you-
damage modifier on those?
It
For
is
me,
dexterity.
it's plus. Yeah, mine's a D10 plus 3.
What was mine, Warren? Do you remember? Or just off the top of your head?
Whatever your dexterity is. So it should be plus 3.
Oh, okay.
So yes, as far as Rodney is concerned, you put one right between his eyes. It drops him like a bag of rocks.
Marty, that's your sign. Pull your trigger.
While Rodney, not Rodney, Marty is rolling his attack roll, we are going to come to Ket real quick. Ket, what was your question?
Oh no, I was saying that I needed to know how many of them are dead before I make my move.
From this position, you would not be able to see. If anything, you would have had a better position at the elevation behind you.
Warren, your dice hate me.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you said that they saw me, so I'm assuming that as soon
The
as
second they
the
see
first
you,
shot rang out,
yeah, the second they see you, the first shot drops the one to your left. You did shoot the one on the left, right, Rodney?
Yeah, I was aiming for the left guy.
Yeah, it just hits him right in the tee box, and he drops. So that is one dead. Marty, what was your attack?
My gun backfires and the bolt catches me in the face.
I will say, because this is a surprise round and they were not aware of where you were, I will say you can roll that at advantage. I am merciful now. I shall not be merciful later.
I am a merciful God.
I saw the face.
Go
I saw
again.
the face Baker made.
15.
15 total.
16. 16,
16.
my bad.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Anyone else want to take some pot shots? 8. You catch another one in the chest. He is bleeding, however, he is still up. Inti.
Can I see any of them within even disadvantage range?
We can put you at disadvantage range. We can put you right on the outside of that. Yeah.
All right. What do I need to roll?
A d20 twice. Take the lowest roll.
E20 twice, take the lowest roll. Okay. Let's see. 13.
That'll hit. Roll your damage.
Okay. Which D5 do I need to do? The 10 or the normal? Or 10 or 10s or singles?
So, as far as your damage is concerned, I'm assuming you're using your hunting rifle for this.
Yes. Yeah, that revolver ain't gonna do shit.
So what you're going to be rolling is 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier. Hey there, little one.
Okay, well, that's why I'm asking. I have 2 D10s. I have one that's double digits, like increasing by 10, and I have one that does increases by 1.
The single digit is preferred, but if you roll the double digit, all it is just going to be the number, not the 0. It's pretty much the same die.
Okay. 5. And my dex. You said my dex modifier?
Yeah, so you should roll 8.
Yes.
So you end up taking a shot at the one that your stepbrother hit. He takes one to the upper chest around maybe the pectoral area, and you put one right in his heart, and it drops him.
Gotta outdo the little brother. Legolas and Gimli over here.
First of all, I hurt him. You just killed him. It's still my kill.
You know that
Is it
guy.
really
that
something?
guy on the right's freaking the fuck out right now.
Nippler heart, man. Nippler heart.
So with that, Ket, are you wanting to take a shot?
Yeah, I will go ahead and take a shot at that last guy. How far away would you say I am?
I'm saying that you were just in range to roll normal. Morgrim, what are you doing?
Sorry. Yeah, so no, we're good. I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot him dead. Roll your attack.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to set the
Hey,
baby down.
can I interrupt
fine.
real fast? I got something going on here. I'm gonna have to get off here for a second so Warren can take over for my character.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Don't forget him this time. Like the last, big fight we had.
I know.
Where he got savagely mauled by wolves.
And apparently my dead ex-wife. Or my dead wife. Yeah.
Better than my first freaking campaign with Warren.
Shut up.
So, Warren, does a 6 hit?
No.
That's so
You
sick.
you take aim and you fire, but considering that 2 of his buddies just dropped, he ends up instinctively ducking. And right where your point of aim was, it was put pretty much right between his eyes, but he ducks out of the way, and he's pretty much just trying to scramble to get away from you guys or get to a weapon or something.
So can I bonus action dash towards him?
It technically is a surprise round.
do that?
So I will say that you have your movement. No. Actually, you're not a rogue. My bad. You have your movement though, which is 30 feet.
That was roguish.
Yeah. You're not a rogue
Yeah.
anymore. That's tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
But yes, I will say that you're able to run out. You won't have any concealment though. Morgrim, what are you doing?
Am I 120 feet away or less from an enemy?
You said that you were posting up next to the near the party, so no, you'd be 200 feet.
All right, then I need to make it to that point. I need to get to 120 feet.
You were able to get to 140.
Still useless.
with your action dash and your movement.
All right.
So
Still can't do anything, but you know.
I don't remember if I gave him a rifle, and I don't want to access his character sheet right now.
Me? You did not.
No, I'm talking about Pat's character. So actually,
yeah.
no, I can access his character sheet without ruining the stream. Da 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 da. No, I gave him a revolver.
Da, 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 da,
I believe
da,
revolver
da,
is
da, da,
actually
da,
technically
da,
the same.
da, da, da. Can I ask a quick question real quick?
Absolutely.
I know it's expeditious retreat, but can I use that to move towards them at all? Or can
Yeah.
I only use that to move away?
You can, but you have to expend a spell slot, and that has to be on your turn. Which you have already used your
Okay,
surprise round, in which case, after I am done moving.
Well, no, that was just curiosity. I just had that thought pop in my head.
Yeah. So. Oh, wait, undo.
Okay, doke. Thank you.
Delete. Okay, so here is Marty. Here is.
Were we rolling initiative? Oh no, you're doing that.
Where's the grab tool? Grab, there we go. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I am working on using this new system. That is going to be that. Actually, I'll move you guys over here. So if you guys are on Owlbear right now, you will see me moving pieces around. Brandon is going to get the bow.
What?
Yes.
A bow?
Your token on Owlbear.
Yay!
Your token on Owlbear. This is going to be Austin.
Can I get the actual artificial symbol? Artificer symbol.
I do not necessarily know what it is. If you find it, just go ahead and grab it and put it down.
Here,
It
I'll
should be
I'll
fit.
drop it on. There you go. I dropped it right there. It's that gear.
Okay. Shit. Still learning how to use this stuff. Just do that. And put that there. So the squares are technically going to be 10 feet. We'll just have to imagine distances are different, I guess. This is going to be Nova. That's NT. This is Marty. This is Chandler. Who am I missing here? Who am I missing here? I have one. Two,
Morgrim.
Morgrim. No, Morgrim's right here. Oh, well, actually, that is not Ket. Ket is actually further up. Morgrim is there. Here we go. There we go. And then there's a bandit there. And there are other bandits over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So for this fight, everyone roll initiative.
Righty. I just finished my cigarette, so give me 1 sec. D20.
Yep, and then add
Yep.
your initiative modifier, but don't call
Hey,
it out
Warren.
unless I ask for it real quick. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Pull up my screen here.
If y'all notice, I have grown a tail.
You do see where you're at, right, Morgan?
No.
You are the fist on Albert.
Ah.
Okay, so
Let me.
in order on my screen right here. Actually, let me roll his real quick. Oh God, I rolled so shitty for him. With a +2.
How dare you?
Yes. So Marty, what are you? What's your initiative?
9.
Next is Rodney.
Whopping 4.
Oof. Next is Ket.
14.
Hey, Cowboy, hold up that sign when it's my turn.
Speak of the devil of FP Gems is Brandon.
19.
Ooh.
The dice gods are liking me tonight, apparently. Knock on wood.
Indeed they are.
He says as it fucks him over.
Well, like I said, knock on wood. I brought a wood block to knock on.
And Morgrim.
18.
Ooh. So close.
Well, I don't have an initiative modifier, so.
Ah, okay. Well, then you
Okay.
rolled better than me.
So, I do believe that is the end of the initiative roll. So, Inti, you were at the top of the round. What are you doing?
Okay. All right. I'm at 200 feet. Yes.
We will say yes.
Okay. How many feet forward can I move before I can take another shot?
You have a movement of 30 feet. If you want to move 60, you will have to forego your action.
Okay, that would put me at 140, and you said the hunting rifle, the max distance with no disadvantage was 80 foot?
Yes.
Okay, so that put me at 140. If I didn't take an action turn, but I used my expeditious retreat to try and move forward and used a spell slot, how close would that get me?
Let's look at the rules of Expeditious Retreat real quick.
My ass trying to run a 150-meter
You can
dash
cast
in
it as a
0.0
bonus
seconds.
action. And it is concentration up to 10 minutes. So you'll have to use your movement and action for right now to move 60 feet. But using your bonus action to cast it, next turn you will be able to use your bonus action to gain another movement instead of using your action. So that's how that's going to work. You will have to burn a first
Oh.
level spell slot though.
Okay. Sorry if this is a basic question, but that spell slot, do I get that back next session or at the end of this fight?
Long rest.
Long rest. Okay. I want to go ahead, or let me go ahead and just move forward 60 feet. I don't want to take a spell slot.
Okay,
So,
so
just move
where?
the 60 feet.
Yeah, so because now you're actually in the area, I'm not going to move your token, but now you're in the area. So where it shows where you're at on the on the table, that's
Map?
exactly that. Yeah, on the map, that's exactly where you're at now, because you were like fucking off over here. So
Okay. Where can I see that map? Is that in the Discord or is that on the Facebook stream?
that's on Owlbear Rodeo. You'll have to go into the discussions on Discord, click into it, and then it'll bring you to a different page.
Okay. Sorry this is taking so long. Still figuring this out.
It is A-okay. This is session 0, my guy.
All right. Okay. What's that under the Owlbear Rodeo thing?
Okay, so if you go to, I'm gonna have to bounce out here real quick.
Because I'm in
If you go
Haven right
to,
now.
yeah, if you go to the Broken Earth, you'll see Broken Earth discussions. It is under there.
Yes.
You click on it, it'll be pretty much the first thing that you see. It'll be like a big box thing with Owlbear Radio over the top.
Oh, Owlbear. Okay.
Owlbear, yes.
Okay. I thought you were saying Owlbear. Okay. I got that pulled up. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
I will hush now.
So that is Inti's turn. Morgrim, what are you doing?
I need to move forward another 20 feet at least to start using my spells.
There you are. You can grab another your last 10 feet to kind of get a better vantage point. So you're not.
That's fine with me.
So that is where you're at.
All right. Closest guy to me, I'm going to cast a whole whopper of a spell known as. Can you guess it?
Eldritch. Blah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
roll your attack, my friend.
All right. Let's see. Quick peek. Cast scroll. All right. So that's going to be a whopping 16.
16 will hit.
And now for the damage. Here's my D10. 6.
Six points?
Yep.
Yes, so you were able to hit him kind of in the lower right hip. He does kind of keel over in pain for a second, but he is still up.
I just want to point out that everybody literally just saw me take out a pistol and shoot a beam of light at somebody's hip.
There you go. Well, that same guy is going to retaliate because he is going to pull out a revolver and he is going to shoot you.
Okay.
I'm still here, y'all. I just swapped over to my cell phone.
All right. On Owlbear, am I injury?
Yeah, the arrows there. No, it's NT.
Okay. All right. So I was just making sure. Okay. So all right. I got an idea.
Okay, so it's going to be a +3. Yes, so he pulls out his revolver, Morgrim, and he fires at you. You hear a whiz past you, maybe 3 feet away, and it just flies off into the nether. You have been missed.
So that's lucky.
The other guys are beginning to grab their weapons. You see an assortment of rifles, revolvers, pistols, things of that nature, and they are beginning to move forward, trying to form some type of firing line. Just like so. This guy ends up taking a shot at Ket. I don't actually. Why did Ket move from where he was? He was right here. So yes, Ket is going to get fired on, and 2 of them are going to shoot at Ket. One of them is going to hit. That's a 19 on the die. Whoever.
Ooh, yeah.
That is going to be a whopping 3 points of damage.
Nice.
The other one, however, misses, unless your armor class is a 12.
Negative.
Okay. Yeah, so he misses. Morgrim is going to take another shot. Does a 17 hit?
Why are you asking questions that are that dumb?
So that is going to be it's going to be 6 points of damage.
Oh, really?
You got hit by a rifle.
Am I still alive? Ha! I'm down.
Okay, so Chandler is going to...
No, not
Wait,
crow eyes.
Did you get clapped from 6 points of damage?
Oh wait, he said 6. I'm sorry, I thought he said 10. I'm
Bruh.
almost dead. I got really worried. I was like, that's some bullshit.
I got a glass cannon. I was like, bro, are you serious?
Yeah, I'd have been super fucking mad. You'd have seen me
You
fucking
mad, bro?
human.
Anyway, so yes, next in the initiative is Ket. Ket, what are you doing?
All right. So I guess I will. I'll use my movement first, and I will back up a little because I'm a little too close to these guys.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15,
Each
20.
square
And I'll come
is
stand next to Morgrim.
each square is technically 10 feet. So you were what right here? So you'd be using your entire movement to get next to Morgrim.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So I will do that. Oh, it's 60 feet?
No, each square on this map is 10 feet because I can't blow up the map anymore. So yeah, unfortunately, that is our lot at the moment.
Okay, that's cool. All right, so I will be standing next to Morgrim, and I will shoot at the guy in line with me.
Okay. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Well, yeah, you're using a pistol, right? Just a normal pistol?
Yes.
Let me check the ranges on it real quick.
Thought you said it was 60, 120.
That was for the revolver. That was for the revolver. Yours is actually 50, 150 for some reason.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
So it's still going to be at disadvantage, but yeah.
Really? Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So anything over 50 is disadvantage.
Yep. Unless you have sharpshooter. So go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh. Okay. It is 12. So 14.
That will hit.
All right. And that was a D8, right?
A D6. Because you're using a pistol, not a revolver.
Okay. Ooh, so 1. I don't add anything to that, do I?
Dexterity modifier and proficiency bonus for the roll to attack. For damage is just your dexterity modifier.
Okay, so 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. Okay. Marty.
See,
What are you doing?
Porque los dos.
I'm going to take a pot shot at somebody. Hold on. Who am I shooting?
The two on the far right, as you were looking at the map, you know that they have been hit.
I'm going to take a shot at somebody, at the guy the farthest to the right.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
20, not natural. That is going to hit.
God, I'd fucking hope so.
I hit him with a 1.
So 4 points of damage. Oh my god. He is bleeding, but he is still up. Cedar, he is going to, from his position, he is going to shoot.
Don't do that.
Actually, he's going to move up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. He's going to move up a little bit, and he's going to shoot at the one that Marty just shot. And that hits. And he kills him. He ends up shooting him right in the dimple area right here. So.
Yeah, choke on your own blood.
How would one remove these? You know, we'll just move off to the side. There we go. So he's dead. Next is Chandler. So Chandler, after getting a big group of them together, lets off a fairly loud rip off of the 240. And all of them are going to have to make saving throws. Which they fail.
How about get wrecked?
He's going to be doing that twice. Which they fail. Fuck. Okay. So what is the damage that does?
Hey, I was about to say, number one rule in combat is not hitting them. It's just fire superiority.
Spray and pray, mother trucker. Spray and
I ever
pray.
hit
That is
somebody?
a very valid point. Because that is burst fire.
If we send more bullets, we win.
So this is what makes me laugh so hard is that in video games people don't understand covering fire. If you're getting shot at, don't move. But in video games, someone will be like, "Oh, they're shooting at me. I'm gonna peek that real fast." I play a lot of Tarkov. Oh, it gets irritating fast.
Shit, I play a lot of Siege, or used to.
Shoot, I play Mountain Blade. All you gotta do is lift the shield and tell your horse to ride on, mother trucker. Don't care if it dies. That's the cheap replacement.
So in the first burst, he ends up killing these two. Shit. There we go. The second burst. He ends up killing that one. But that gun is loud. And if anyone didn't hear gunshots going off before, they definitely have now.
Let's get it on.
Let's put it down.
With that, we have Rodney.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at one of the last two guys. But I'm also gonna use the sharpshooter feat to take a -5 on the attack roll to add 10 to the damage.
Go ahead.
Ooh, this man's aggressive. I would have waited till I rolled the attack first.
Well, it says before you make the attack, you have to make that decision.
Okay.
Hey, does the 19 hit?
19 minus 5. So 14. A 14 will hit.
No, my modifier's +5, so it's just whatever the die roll is, straight up
Okay.
19.
Oh, okay. So yeah, a 19 will hit. Yes.
God dang.
That'd be 1 plus
10, I believe. Either way, that's enough. This
Yeah,
one
one
ends
pl-
up, this one ends up getting domed in the head, right in the tee box. And then top of the round, Inti, you are up.
Can I
Clap him.
move? I want to move 30 feet towards him, or towards the last guy remaining. And then I want to take a shot with my hunting rifle.
Go ahead.
Say again.
I said go ahead. Roll your attack.
All right. Get my D20. Where's the floor? There's the floor. Can't fall to the floor if you're rolling on the floor. All right. All right. For that roll, what modifiers do I need to add?
Your +2 attack, so it'll be the plus 5, I believe. That is there, right in the middle column of where your weapons are.
For my hunting rifle?
Yes.
All right. It's +5 attack bonus, and it's 1d10 plus 3.
Yeah, the 1d10 plus 3 is the damage. The attack bonus is what you add to the roll.
Okay. So I rolled a 17 on the d20.
Oh, that's definitely gonna hit.
All right. So that's I had the +5 to the 17, so I rolled a 22 pretty much. Yes.
Yes. So go ahead and
Okay.
roll your attack.
So now I need my other d5.
D10.
Or yeah, d10. I'm actually trying to find it. Where the fuck did it go? I don't see it. Okay, we'll just roll my
Yeah,
10
roll,
d10.
yeah, roll the other one and just take away the 0 that's on it. It's the same thing.
All right. Rolled a 9. So it's 1d10 plus 3, so that's a 12.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you kill him?
Oh, I get to choose.
Yeah.
How
How do you kill him in pulling off this shot?
Well, it's, has he already taken damage?
Yeah, he's already taken the damage. You're just explaining to us how you dispatched this fiendish man.
I want to shoot his dick off and watch him bleed to death.
God.
That's aggressive.
Well, I mean,
Be
this is an aggressive
aggressive.
world. So yeah, Inti,
Where's my fucking dice?
he ends up aiming slightly low, ends up pulling the shot even lower. The man buckles over, grabbing his crotch, and you just hear him screaming.
Is it a high-pitched screaming?
Yes.
Wonderful.
He is also writhing on the ground. All of the enemies in the immediate area are dispatched. What are you doing?
Would he be alive long enough for me to like go up to him and try and like secure him, and that way, like if Chandler wanted to interrogate him, he could?
As
You
far
killed him.
as far as the wound that you made on him, it is a mortal wound. He will die from this.
Well, yes, he will
He-
die.
no,
but
he-
before
he-
he dies, do I have enough time to, or do we have enough time to
No,
try and interrogate him if we want to before he dies?
no, because if you were to try to, the last few seconds of his life, he is just going to be writhing in agony before he loses consciousness.
All right, well then, can I run up towards him and finish him off by like just smacking the butt of my hunting rifle into his head, like trying to curb stomp him?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so you
Shit, fuck it, why not?
Marty, you see Inti, he darts forward, raises his rifle, and he shoots. You see how he dispatches him, but then you see Inti run over and just butt stroke the shit out of this guy. And he goes from writhing and screaming on the ground to complete silence. What are you doing?
God, it's Kobe all over again.
Roll Tide.
I'm going to. Oh man, I'm gonna post up and stand up, and just. Did we hear the screaming from in town towards the center? That
the only person who has heard that is Inti.
Oh no, I thought it was Ket. I'm gonna
No, it's
get up
Inti.
and.
Like, can I just like butt stomp him on my way into town? Like that, the end of my turn being at his corpse, but just like that being my that's where I'm heading after.
We're no longer in initiative. I did not get the last of what you said there, Marty.
Oh, sorry.
No, my internet kind of crapped out for a second. So Marty, what was it that you said? Marty. Baker. All right, screw it. Moving on.
Sorry, I thought you weren't talking to me. Like an idiot. Okay, and running towards the town.
So you're just gonna pick up position and start moving into the town.
Yes,
Oh,
tactically,
tactically.
operator style.
Doing the crouch walk.
He's tactical, guys. He's tactical.
Is everyone else moving
It's
up?
duck walk.
Is everyone else moving up pretty much to the nearest building to kind of take cover?
Yes, but can I roll a perception check to see if like there's anybody sneaking around, like trying to take a pot shot at any of us?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for reminding me. How about everybody do that?
What is it again? What perception?
Perception.
Well, damn me, Brandon. Damn me.
No, that's actually good. You're thinking.
All right,
I had a
NP
10.
rolled. I rolled a
Nine.
17.
10, 17. I heard a
21.
9, a 21,
16.
20.
16. Okay,
No,
so
I was gonna say 19, but it's 20.
okay. So who rolled the 9? Someone rolled a low number. I thought I heard.
No, I was beginning to say 19, but it was
Oh.
a 20. I rolled a 16 on Owlbear, and I thought I had a +3, but it's a +4.
So all of you are now hearing some woman scream from inside the town, and you can now make out some words, and she's saying, "Get the fuck off me."
Well,
Can I
flying
double
drop
my
kick the
speed
building.
with an
of the door.
enrage?
But that is as you guys are moving up. You do, however, as you guys are closing in on the nearest building. Let me adjust Owlbear real quick. Say Chandler is going to be right behind
I mean,
Marty.
look back at fucking her.
I want to loot the bodies.
If you want to be out in the open, sure. There are people moving out.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
Okay, so actually, let me grab that. I am going to kind of squish everyone
Hear
together.
y'all a little
to
bit better
kinda,
over the AD.
uh,
RT,
what's up?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm gonna go get my headphones so I can hear you a little bit better with the AC on in the camper. So if I don't respond, just give me a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. Just want to let you know.
So you guys are pretty much like 5 feet away from each other. That's what I'm trying to show on here because the distances are still going to be rather large. And then there is a building here that you were hiding behind. There's a building further up here. And there is another building right here. And a building here.
That is mating call or something?
I was about to ask, is that a
he's-
cat?
He's talking to his
I'm
cat.
talking to my cat.
He has a cat named Freya.
I have a cat.
Oh, I don't fault you for that. I talked to my own cat. He's a fat asshole somewhere.
Oh no, Freya is like 5 inches tall. She's like 4 years old, and she has a paunch like Parks and Rec paunch burger commercials.
Nice.
Oh no, she a fat fluffy bitch, and she only likes me. You can ask RT.
Yeah, she used to like me. Anyway,
Used to
She's
like
a
me too.
raging fucking bitch.
okay, so this is pretty much the layout of the town. The reason why there is a large open area is because that's pretty much where the trucks drive through. It will say that you guys have been here before.
Hey, I'm sorry. Can you start that one more time? My headphone was connected when you were saying that.
Oh, I was just orienting you guys to what is going on the table right now. So all the red boxes that you see are buildings. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That large open area, it's actually pavement.
Okay, so that's just a road for trucks. The
Yes.
open area.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You see Marty. You see some guys are beginning to pile out of this building and out of this building. As you guys are moving up, you would have seen that group of dudes. We are also going to say that there are another couple of dudes right here coming up. So
Okay. Can I have somebody boost me on top of the roof?
the roof
Can I
is about
volunteer to boost them up to the roof?
it's about 15 feet to get to the roof. Yeah, you will need a boost though. Who wants to do that?
Roll. Did you say roll to do that?
No, who wants to do that? Who wants
I'll
to
volunteer to
help
help him. I'll try and boost him up to the roof.
Okay. Give me a athletics check.
Athletics. Oh, fuck you. All right, what does dash apostrophe mean?
Dash apostrophe.
Yeah, like I'll put it in chat real quick.
Hold on a
Like
second. Hold on just a second. I can open up your thing because I have you. No, it's supposed to be a -1.
I'll be right back.
That's a okay. All right. Well, I have that on strength and athletics. Are both of those supposed to be -1?
Yes, it's a strength-based skill.
Okay, give me 1 sec to erase that and change that on that. Fuck you, pencil. Give me lead, you little bitch. Negative. Fuck out the way. -1. -1. Okay. D20. Oof. That's a 2. Oh, no, hold on. No, I rolled the wrong dice. I'm sorry.
Damn it, Brandon.
I'm sorry. I rolled the D12 instead of the D20. It's a 10 on the D20.
So
You
that's
goofball.
a 9.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so
This is my second campaign.
your stepbrother is heavily laden down with weapons and ammunition that you don't necessarily have enough gumption to get him all the way up there, but I will say, Marty, with a
I did roll athletics.
with an athletics roll. Actually, no, you can technically use acrobatics for climbing. So yeah, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
I've already rolled the dice because I didn't quite tell who you were talking to, so I have an 11 on the dice. Give me 1 second.
So yeah, just add your acrobatics modifier. It should at the very least be 3, because if it runs off.
Yeah,
of
it's
dexterity.
3. So I have a 14.
Here, can I do my acrobatics?
No, because you were actually using strength to hoist your brother up. Yes, so
Well,
Marty,
poopy.
you are able to kind of throw your rifle over and begin pulling yourself up. You are now on the roof, and I will make that reflect on here. You're right here.
Harry.
So Marty, what are you doing now?
I'm going to shoot somebody.
Roll Tide.
Before you do though, Ket, what are you doing?
I'm going to move up along the back side of the buildings, in the small gap between the little buildings and the big building.
You are
gonna
beginning.
move up.
You as you were moving up. I'm just gonna put you right here. You can move yourself up. As you were moving up, you were hearing that screaming get louder. It seems to be coming off to your left.
All right. And my movement is 30, correct?
You can move up however far you want to go. I will say no more than 50 feet because I want to give everyone else a chance to have some form of something that they want to do.
Okay, yeah, so I'll go ahead and just move up the 50 feet. But let that reflect that I'm standing on the corner peeking around so that I can see the guys coming out of the building.
So you're going to be right there. That screaming seems to be coming up just ahead of you and to the left. Emanating from that bigger building.
Oh, okay, from the big giant building?
Yes. Your ears kind of twinge, and it seems to be coming from that area.
What
You can
kind
now
of building
hear.
is that?
You can
Do
now. Well, you can now hear that she is now starting to cry. The building seems to be some type of a lodge of sorts, a large gathering area, possibly an inn. Okay, so that is you. Inti.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay put for now.
Okay, Inti, after doing your best to lift your brother up and barely succeeding, not for lack of trying on Marty's part, what are you doing?
Okay, you said the woman screaming from the big building, right?
That is what your character does not necessarily ascertain that just yet. All you know is it's coming from the left and further into the town.
Okay. All right. Would I be able to, like, move up one building and then look around and try and take a pot shot at one of the folks coming out of the barracks on the left side?
So pretty much you're wanting to come here, then move up to here, then move up to there.
That's not the way I was thinking of it. I was thinking of going on the right side of that building, but
You
yeah,
would
pretty
be-
much.
you would be
That's
seen.
start to end. Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
You would be seen if you went the other way.
Okay, so but I can make that movement that you just did. Yes.
Yeah, I will. I will say that you can do that. And you are at the moment, technically, mechanically speaking, you are preparing an action to fire.
Okay.
Next, we're going to go with.
Or hold on. Can I take a shot on this turn, or do I need to wait?
You're gonna have to wait because I want to get to the others first.
Okay.
Randy, what are you doing?
Okie dokie.
Rodney, not Randy.
Oh, Rodney. My apologies. It's new characters. I will get it. I promise.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm like, oh, I'm not. He's not saying my name. Oh, Marty.
All right, so all the baddies obviously haven't noticed this. We got Marty on the roof and screaming from the big building.
You don't know that the screaming is coming from the big building per se. Your character doesn't, but you do know that it's
Right.
coming from further into the town and off to the left.
Got it. Off to the left, further into town. I'm gonna go follow NT or
You're gonna
Krell, whichever one's moving off to the left there.
like further in to the town.
Yeah, I would just want to follow
He
him.
wants to follow me.
Okay.
Give him some cover.
So Rodney is going to be.
And that's Ket.
Ket.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Ket.
I'm sorry.
Chandler is going to ask Marty for help to get up on that roof. Will you help him?
Yes.
Give me an athletics check.
Ooh. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Ooh.
$12.
Yeah, you were able to pull him up a little bit better than your brother did for you.
Ooh.
He
Fucking hell.
he is able to get himself up. And you see him. He gets to kind of the because the roof is just kind of your standard roof. It's just a lodge. He throws that 240 up, and you see him get behind it, and you see him just kind of settle down behind the gun, and his finger begins to curl over the trigger. Morgrim, what are you doing?
Fuck.
Am I seeing this?
Yeah, you see Marty and Chandler have gone onto the roof, and then you saw NT, Rodney, and Ket move around to the left.
Hey, I'm sorry about all this sneezing, y'all. That's my
wait.
allergies apparently acting up for the next 5 minutes.
We're not hearing you right now. You're good, man. We didn't hear you
Okay,
sneeze.
did you say? Can y'all not hear me sneezing?
No, we can't hear you sneezing, but we can hear you. You're fine.
Okay, cool. If y'all aren't hearing
Yeah,
me
noise
sneezing, that's fine.
cancellation.
It's
I've just sneezed 5 times in the past 30 seconds. So I was going to apologize.
okay, that's fine. Morgan, what are you doing?
Again, am I seeing this happen? Am I seeing any of this?
Like I said, upon moving up, you would have seen those guys end up coming out of those buildings, but you saw Chandler and Marty go onto the roof, and you saw Rodney, Ket, and NT move off to the left and around that corner.
So then I'm gonna move with NT and Ket.
That is Rodney and Ket right there. NT is on the corner of that building. On the other corner to the right.
All right.
You wanna go over to NT, or you wanna go over to Rodney and Ket?
Move over to NT.
NT? Okay. So you're pretty much 5 feet away from NT. Nova.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Nova is going to go with Rodney and Ket. And let us describe the scene. Okay, so our adventures, because, those of you watching are not seeing what we are seeing right now, our adventures are moving further into the village. They at first took refuge behind one of the buildings. There are rows of buildings kind of lining a rather large road, a very wide road. And upon coming up, they saw some more of these raiders begin pouring out of the buildings further into the village. Chandler and Marty, they ended up taking the high ground, getting on top of a building, and are now beginning to aim their weapons down at the advancing enemies, pretty much. Morgrim and NT have moved up to the next building, but they're still on the ground level. They are, I would assume you guys are pretty much pointing your weapons around the corner, getting ready to fire. Is that what you guys are doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to use the building as cover and take pot shots when we can.
Okay. So
when I can.
They are pretty much firing from another covered position. And Nova, Rodney, and Ket are moving down a back alley. And I can hear some screams and cries of a woman further up coming from a large lodge further up ahead.
Can I yell at whoever is running up at the lodge ahead?
We are actually going to take a break here. It's roughly halfway in our session. And I think that right now would be a good time to take a break. So for those of you watching, this is your time to go ahead and go to the bathroom, grab some to eat.
Smoke cigarettes or take shots.
Brandon Hayes, everyone. Anyway.
You ain't wrong. I'm a drunk.
We are going to be taking a short break, and we will be back with you guys in about maybe 5-10 minutes-ish. And so we will see you then. All right. Fucking A. All right, we are back, guys.
Hello, everyone. This is the Vulgar Free Channel. How are you today?
So we are going to get back to it. Straight into it.
I'll shut up now.
So, are you guys wanting another? Actually, no. They are technically aware of your presence. So you guys are wanting to fire off at this point?
Bang, 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 bang. Kill him.
Bear shit in the woods?
Ooh, kill him.
Yeah, I'll give you guys.
Bear shit in the woods.
I'll give you guys.
That's your answer.
I'll give you guys a surprise round. So we're gonna start with Marty. Marty, go ahead and take your shot. Wiggle on Owlbear which one you're taking a shot at.
I just got a 20 unnatural. 1 sec. This guy is pretty ugly right here. I'm gonna shoot at him. This guy
you're,
right
you're,
here.
you're gonna have to click, drag. Yeah, just like that. There you go. So shoot
This-
at that
this
guy.
this-
Shoot at that guy.
I got a 20 unnatural. Where's my D10? It's right there. Come here. Got fat fingers.
I'm on
Yeet.
my phone. RT, you're gonna have to click and drag for me.
Homie, I just got a what is it? A 12. Got a 12.
How do you kill him?
So as he steps out and he goes to point at us, he takes one. Well, I hit him directly in the end of the finger. His finger comes back, breaks off, hits him in the head, along with the bullet, and the back of his head just gets blown out.
All right. So that is how he dies, and he gets hit in the tee box, and he is down. So we are going to move him off the board. Okay. So next is going to be Inti. Inti is going to go ahead and fire. Staying behind as most cover as possible. So he is going to be hitting this guy right here.
Thank you for handling that, RT, because I'm not looking at the map right now.
And that's a +5, so that barely hits. That like met.
Can I roll to see if I roll better than you on that hit?
No, because that is already set in
Nope.
stone.
Alrighty then.
So Inti does hit him, but he does not drop him. He is, however, bleeding. Next, we're going to say Morgrim. Morgrim, we'll say Inti went low, you went high. Go ahead and wiggle whichever one you're going to be shooting at, and then roll your attack. Oh, wait, that
Got
is
it.
way too wide. Those buildings are going to have to be... We're going to say that they're actually like right here. My apologies.
Gonna be a
Fuck,
17.
I
total
just
on the
looked
die.
at my dice and thought they were candy. Shit.
So what was that, Morgan?
So it's gonna be a 12 on the die. +5 is 17.
That will hit.
Uh,
Are you hitting the one that Inti hit?
yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna be an 8.
8. That will kill him. So I'm assuming it's the Eldritch Blast.
It is the light Eldritch Blast to the dome. Pink mist.
Yeah, so you see Morgan, he throws his revolver around the corner. He fires. Marty, you see a bright flash of light emanate from his revolver, and it strikes the bandit that Inti hit right in the chest and just caves in his chest, and he drops, clutching his chest. So at that point, we are going to go with Ket. Ket, what are you doing for your surprise round?
I'm actually not going to engage just yet. Well, let me ask you this. You said that the raiders or whatever are they are aware of our presence, but do they actually know, like, did they see us come up? They know how many we are and where we are?
They know how many you are, but where exactly you are, they do not know. And I am going to adjust the table real quick.
Okay, so I'm not going to engage just yet. I am going to continue moving up towards the screaming.
Okay. So you are going to move 30 feet, so 10, 20, 30. You'll move up to the corner of the next building. What about you, Rodney?
Rodney.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello, how are you today, Mr. Rodney?
No, I'm not. I'm here. So everyone's taking crack shots. These guys. He moved up. I want to move up to this alleyway here. Here. And then lean out and take a crack shot at these guys.
Okay. You are more than able to do that. Roll your attack. And first off, wiggle the guy that you're shooting at on the table first. If you would please, good sir.
This guy.
Yep. There you go. All right, that guy. Go ahead and shoot him.
Let's see. It's 9 plus 5, so 14.
That will hit.
For a whole whopping 6 points of damage.
Yeah. So you catch him in the gut, but he is still able to fight. Nova
Nice.
is going to be following Ket. And then we will get into initiative. So everyone roll initiative. Brandon, do you need me to still roll for you?
Jesus.
No, just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
That's going to be a natural 20.
So plus your initiative modifier.
There is no modifier.
Okay, so it's just going to be a 20. Where's my GM screen? There it is.
15.
Who said 15? I'm not currently looking at the thing. Oh, that was Michael? Okay.
Ket.
Ket. Okay.
Ket.
So 15 for Ket. Marty, what'd you get?
Like I
Well,
said, give Inti a minute.
Cedar. Okay. Chandler. Ooh. And Rodney.
A whole whopping 8.
NT, I need your initiative.
Initiative is D20, right?
D20 plus initiative modifier, yes.
All right. There's my D20. Roll that shit on the floor. All right. 2 plus 2, that's 4. I gotta have a 4.
Oof. Okay, so
God damn. Come on. Get you up. Sit with a fucking dice, you prick.
now we'll save bandits too. Okay, so now I need to rearrange these. Paste. Cut. Paste.
Hey, Baker, in the Facebook chat. My reaction to these digital dice.
They were doing
Fair
you
warning,
good
I'm
earlier.
only going to be responding to NT.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Cut. Paste. All right, so top of the round, Chandler is actually going to let a rip on the 240 at the 3 dudes in the back on both of his bursts. So that means 2 of them did not save. Okay, and then the second burst, they all failed. So he ends up killing 2 of them.
Clapped, my dude.
All right. So next in the initiative is Morgrim. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hit this guy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Wrong guy. It was a 10.
A 10 to hit.
No. I rolled a D10 by accident. I know that sounds dumb, but I wasn't paying attention when I grabbed the die. That's gonna be 9 plus 5 is 14.
14 will hit.
And for the D10, it's gonna be a 5.
How do you kill him?
Shot to the head.
Okay.
Clean and easy.
Boom, right between the eyes, right in the tee box, he dies. Next in the initiative is Cedar. Cedar is going to hold his action, waiting on Ket's move, which, speaking of which, Ket, what are you doing?
I'm going to look down the alley between the big building and the slightly smaller building. Do I see any windows or mode of entry on that side?
You do see a mode of entry on that side. Where it's 4 boxes, it would be that line right in the middle. And you also see a point of entry. So let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes. So that middle box, you see one right in the middle of that middle box right there, 4th box up.
Okay, so I'm gonna move down that alley to the entrance on the side and
Stack up on the door, pretty much.
yeah.
Well, that will proc Nova's movement. He's going to go right there. But as you were passing through this alleyway, there is a window. Are you wanting to look in the window?
Yes.
So there are around 15 men in here, and you see them gathered around a table. You see the faint form of a woman. From what you see, her shirt is ripped, and there are 3 men who are on top of her. They seem to be struggling with her.
Got it. So, amidst the repulsiveness of the reality of what's going on, I register 15 dudes in there
That
and
you can see.
immediately back up off the door.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will immediately back up off the door. Yeah.
Okay. So it will be at that point. Nova, all he's going to be doing is just following your lead. So you're going to be about right there.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah, that's perfect.
It would be roughly about right here and moving 5 feet up. Because, you know, again, it's 10-foot boxes here, unfortunately. It's at that point that you would have looked through the window and went, oh shit, and backed up. So that would take your entire movement. Nova, he's just going to take cover right here next to you. Okay.
Perfect.
Next is Marty.
Who's getting clapped next?
You tell me.
The farthest dude. I'm gonna clap him next.
Farthest dude. Okay, so let me count that out. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, you can do that.
Does a unnatural 21 hit?
That will hit.
Clap this dude next. Or so I thought. 5.
Yeah, no, he is not dead.
He's hurt.
He
Definitely
is hurt.
hurt. Don't worry. Shh. I'm coming back for you.
So, speaking of
You-
him, he is actually, it's his turn next. He is going to move up here to be at 3/4 cover. And he is going to shoot at Rodney. No, he's going to shoot at Marty, the guy who shot him. No, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, he's going to shoot at
Can I be behind like 3/4 cover because I'm just like leaning on top of the roof, like at the apex, just kind of like.
Yeah, you would technically be behind 3/4 cover, along with NT, Morgrim, and Rodney. So he's actually going to shoot at Rodney. What is your AC, Rodney?
15.
Well, he rolled a 21, so that's barely going to hit you.
Ow, if he's hit me with a hunting rifle and rolls max hit, I die.
Well, he rolled a 1. You get hit with 3 points of damage.
In his face.
So how much damage was it?
3.
I thought you said you rolled a 1. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1 for damage.
So that is him. Next in initiative is Rodney. Want to shoot him back?
That asshole. Are these squares still 10 feet?
Yes.
So- Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, roll your attack.
Ridiculous. 16.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, I was in the middle of coffee swallow.
Hey, I guess the rifles are just shooting for shit today. I hit him for a whopping 4.
4 points of damage. He is definitely bleeding. You actually, you see that you clipped him in the shoulder, and he yelps and screams in pain. He just, the force of the bullet throws him out of your sight.
It's the last thing that I do.
I still have movement, so I step back.
You're gonna step back, to get full cover. Okay.
Yeah.
Next would be Inti.
Yes.
It is your go. The guy that is right here, if you're looking at Owlbear, he is he is behind full cover from you, so you can't see him and you can't shoot him. You do, however, have those
Is
two
there
guys to your
anyone
left.
that I could possibly kill this turn?
Yes, the 2 dudes to your left.
Okay, I want to try and shoot them then.
Okay, you will have to roll a disadvantage because it is at a long range for you.
can you do me a favor and go ahead and roll that for me?
Yes, sir, I can. And that is a natural 1. You pull the trigger.
That's not what I wanted, you fucker.
You pull the trigger,
It'd be like
and
that.
your weapon jams.
Okay, can I hide in the fucking brush while I get it unjammed?
Yeah, you can pull back about 5-10 feet behind the building that you're behind and mess with the weapon, leaving Morgan.
Okay, I
on the
would
corner.
like to do so.
Okay, you will have to clear that jam your next turn.
Okie dokie.
It is then going to be the other bandits. So 5, 10, 20, 30. Marty, you were seeing these 2 bandits. They're beginning to split up and actually get behind cover. They are now at full cover from your vantage point, Marty.
How far is it to jump to the next roof?
10 feet.
I'm gonna take that jump.
If you're doing a long jump, you can only long jump up to your strength score, which is 8. But
Why are you bad at what?
you will have to do that on your turn. Because top of the round is Chandler. Chandler is going to hold his action and wait for the guy that took a pot shot at Rodney to poke his head around the corner and actually make an attack. And then Chandler will let loose on the 240. Next is Morgrim. Morgrim, all of the enemies are behind full cover to you.
Alright, so I'm gonna start making my
You will have to repeat that because my internet kind of crapped out there for a second.
way this way.
Show me where you were going.
I'm going to try and make it to here.
That is not within your movement. Each square is 10 feet.
Alright, then I'm gonna go here.
You still have another 10 feet to go. If you would like to take it.
Right.
Right where?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick right here.
Okay. You also have an action since you are technically able to shoot at the moment. You can use your action to dash as well, if you'd like. So you'll have another 40 feet to go.
Then right here.
So that's 10. So 10, 20. You can get to this corner if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you move up to the next building, going the long way around to stay behind cover, so that way the enemy doesn't shoot at you. Cedar is going to look at you, Ket, and ask, so what's the fucking plan?
Well, I'm gonna leave this building alone for now.
Mhm.
Because that's a bunch of dudes. We can take them on all at one time. What I want to try to do is I want to try to flank these 2 guys that are behind cover just above me. I guess it's gonna take a couple turns to actually get in position.
Actually,
I want to try
10,
to
20, 30, you can get right there and point your weapon around the corner and get this guy. Or shoot at that guy.
Cool. Yeah, so I'll do that. Yeah, so you can. That's not me though.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I messed up. Yeah, and mechanically speaking, Nova was just going to hold his action and wait on you. So Nova will just follow you. So go ahead and roll your attack, and I will say that Nova will attack as well.
All right.
And he is going to miss. So
16.
that will hit. Roll your damage. You are also aware that you have magic too, right?
3.
3?
Yeah, I was looking at that. Yeah, I was actually just looking at that before my turn started. But just for the sake of this, I will go ahead and just shoot this time.
Okay. So
But quick question: you are counting diagonals as like one turn, right? One
Mhm.
square. I mean.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool.
yeah, you clip him in the side, and you hear him scream "fuck," but he is going to turn towards you. Next is Marty. Marty Robbins, what are you doing?
All right, who's getting clapped next? Hold on, let me look at Owlbear. Can I move to this corner of the roof and get an angle on this dude right here?
You wouldn't have an angle on anyone from there.
Trash. So my strength is a 12. Can I long jump to the next roof?
I thought your strength was a -8.
Nah, it's a 12. We changed it. I don't know why.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can technically, just to kind of help you out, you can technically, excuse me, jump right here.
Okay, cool. Let's do that.
And I think that will put this guy right here at 3/4 cover, I would say. So you can go ahead and take a shot.
Yes. So rolling a d20.
And you also have sharpshooter too, so you ignore.
I
this
have an
cover.
18. Yeah, I have an 18.
That's gonna hit.
That's not on the die. It's not on the die. But I have
That-
18
that's gonna
total,
hit.
and then
That's gonna hit.
Total of 6.
6 points of damage. Yes, you do kill him, but your weapon is out of ammunition. Okay. Because I do believe that that is now 5 shots for you. Because you didn't.
I have
reload.
6. I have 6 in the. I have 6, but I have one in. I have one in the chamber still. But I'm still just gonna reload.
Yeah, technically you only have 5 shots, so.
I thought we agreed to have 6. But that's
your
fine. I'll change it.
revolver has 6.
Oh, I thought we had pistol and rifle having 6 rounds. Because I have a lever action, not a rifle.
I'm as of right now the rolling is going to be 5, so reload.
That's fine.
But you will have to spend next round reloading. In which case, let's look at this. Yeah. So next is Rodney.
All right, so the one guy that was there, I guess I'm gonna go make my way to Nova and what's his name again? Ket.
Okay, so you're also going to be using your action to dash as well?
Yeah. Was that 10, 20, 30, 40, 60?
Okay, so you're right there. You as you were moving up here, you would have heard a couple of shots ring out around the corner. You do see that Nova and Ket are in a gunfight.
Okay.
You don't necessarily know that there is a dude around that corner, though.
Right.
So the rest of the enemies, you don't see them, but to your left is a window. Are you going to look through it?
Yeah. Curiosity would pique the interest.
So you see from this vantage point roughly 20 men in a fairly large room, off to your left, right?
Uh-huh.
4 of which are on top of a woman who has now you see that her shirt is torn, but you see that now she has been slammed face first onto a table.
Ooh.
So what are you going to do about that? No, I mean, you can't really do anything about that, but
Yeah, because I used my action. I will be doing something like that.
okay. So we will wait until next turn for you. NT, do you want to roll or me roll your Tinker Stools to fix your malfunction?
You go ahead and roll it.
You end up fixing the malfunction, but that uses your action. Where are you moving?
Close to behind the previous bunker, if I can, up one bunker and maintaining the shade slash frame from the
You were able to
water
move.
reclamation facility. Say again?
You were able to move right here. If you were looking at Owlbear, you were able to move around the corner of the building that you were at.
Or like I said, I want to move to the other corner without attracting attention from any kind of primate.
If you move around the other side, you're going to be caught out in the open.
I know I'll be caught out in the open. That's why I brought up the side that I'm fucking on.
Okay. So you were right there. In which case, it is just 2 bandits. So Ket is going to get shot at. Does 12 hit?
No.
Nope. Ket. Okay. So, Ket, the bandit that you shot, you clipped him on the side. Fuck! And he instinctively swings his rifle over towards you. Shoots, but he pulls a shot, putting a bullet into the building behind you. Rodney, upon seeing that, a lot of the procession inside has stopped and they have turned towards you and they have regarded you.
The people inside have turned towards me.
Yes, quite a large number of them.
Oh, that's perfectly fine.
So there is that. So that is that bandit. The other bandit is going to take a pot shot at Inti. And does a 17 hit. Do believe it do. A 17 does hit.
Hey, can I ask you something real quick?
What's up?
When I looked into the window to see the girl, the woman who was screaming, whereabouts in that building would you say she is? If you could like put a token there real quick and then you can take it away or whatever, but just to give a reference.
Roughly about right here.
All right, cool.
So yes, and NT, you take 5 points of damage. Now it is top of the round. I believe it's Chandler, right? Yes. Chandler at this point, he is going to he's going to move across with you, Marty. Next is going to be Morgrim. Morgrim, what are you doing?
So I'm going to move this way.
You have 10 more feet.
We'll go here.
Okay. No, what you can do is you can peek around that corner and hold your action until one of those two bandits peeks out.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You are going to have to remind me whenever one does take a pot shot. You'll have to remind me, like, hey, that's proccing my held action. Okay.
Okay.
Next is Cedar. Cedar is going to shoot at that bandit again, and he hits. Ooh, full damage. And that is just enough to kill him. So yeah, Cedar, he, ducks behind cover again. Then he comes back out, his revolver in both of his hands, and he pulls the trigger, shooting this bandit dead.
Die, trash.
Ha! Die, trash. Anyway, next is Ket.
Cool. So, everybody in that building heard that shot hit that wall.
Oh,
and
it
is
went
immediately
through the
like,
wall.
What was that?
You don't necessarily know
So,
that.
Wait,
that
did
the-
it hit anybody?
You don't necessarily know that because you weren't necessarily at a vantage point at a window to see. The only person who would see that would be Rodney. However, you could
Yeah,
easily,
but I mean, like,
especially knowing that there are
common
people.
sense
Yeah,
told me-
exactly. Common sense would dictate that. Oh fuck, there are people about to come out of this building.
All right, cool. So that being said, I am directly in front of the doorway into the big building, am I not?
Pretty damn close, yeah.
Just about. Yeah, it'd take like a 10-foot movement to get me in front of the doorway.
Yeah.
All right. And is standing
My
right
internet,
there, right?
my internet kind of shut out there for a second. What did you say?
No, that was my fault. I let go of the button. I forgot I was holding the push to talk button
Oh,
and
okay.
kept talking after I released the button. So,
Okay.
that's where the doorway is, right? Where my
Yeah.
person is?
Yeah.
Okay. And it is 10, 20, 30 feet between me where I'm standing and where the girl is.
Pretty much yes.
All right, cool. I am going to kick the door open and cast Burning Hands.
Okay.
I like your style.
I love it. Okay.
Fire
So
in your face. Got it.
here comes fucking Michael being like, Leroy Jenkins.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. All right, so yeah, you absolutely do that, and they have a dexterity saving throw. What is their save DC? It's your spell save DC. Well, one rolled a natural 1. Oh my god. If you make charisma your highest stat, it should be 13.
13.
13. Yeah, so 2 pass, 7 failures, 1 being a natural 1. There are a lot of people in there. Because at the point of seeing said shot go through said wall, a lot of them began moving towards the door, and you caught them right as they were about to exit said door. So yeah, roll me the, I believe it's 3d6
Right, so
for first level spell.
3d6, right?
Yep, 3d6. Go ahead and roll it.
Nine. Do I add anything to that?
No. So I'm going to say that those
All right,
seven
yep,
dudes,
9.
those 7 dudes that failed, they are now writhing in pain, on fire, and on the floor, and dead, for all intents and purposes. Those 2 who
Oh
succeeded,
yeah, they are.
they are now trying to make their way away from you. And looking through your carnage, you could see that although they had not necessarily gone after her yet, they were in the process of taking her clothes off. But you have put an end to that.
Got it.
Because now you are their
Damn
new
right
public...
I have.
Because
Sitting
now
with
you are their
Cockblock
public
over here.
public enemy number 1 over here. So, there is that. You have, for the moment, saved a maiden in distress.
I don't like how he says "for the moment." That's concerning.
You have to survive.
Isn't there like one dude left?
Yeah.
Well, there
No.
are several in here now.
Those were
Oh, okay.
just the people affected by my 15-foot cone.
Oh, I thought there were only 3 in there. How many are in
So,
there?
Yeah, there was 8 people in a 15-foot area, and this is like a 100 square foot house.
You do, however, see that upon hearing a whole bunch of gunfire coming outside and then some crazed madman booting a door and saying with a fiery Kamehameha wave, there are several of these guys exiting stage left through a back door on the opposite side of the building. No weapons in hand, they are just, fuck this, I'm out, and they have pushed a door open and they are leaving. Although the guys that you see that are on there, I believe it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll say 8. There are 8 more uncouth gentlemen in that room. Do you want to try to move out of the fatal funnel?
Yeah, that's what I was just fixing to say. I don't have anything else that I can constructively do, so I guess I'll take a step. Yeah,
Okay.
the other way.
Oh, you want to be over here? You'll be behind 3/4 cover. Over here will be full cover.
Yeah, that's fine.
Over there will be full cover.
Yeah, all right. I'll just stay right there then, right where you got me.
Okay. I fucking love it, Ket. That was awesome. Marty, you're up.
I'm going to. Can I sling a rifle, run over to where this guy's hiding, and pop him? Or is that too far?
That is way too far.
I'm going to sling rifle, drop down, and move up 2 buildings. Is that far? Is that good? 'Cause I'm on like the opposite side of the building from him.
So, and you would be using your action for dash.
That's fine.
30, 40, 50, 60 would put you right there.
For the moment, that's fine.
Okay. So it's Marnie. Rodney, you just saw Ket boot the door open and just unleashed a geyser of flame inside this building.
Hell yeah. You were mentioning a group of the guys were kicking open like a side door and running out the back. Would that happen to be this back alley here?
No. Because you were right next to a window. Looking in, it would be a door on the opposite side of the building from you. So there are 3 entrances into this main room.
Damn.
But the rest of the guys that are in there that are standing pat, you see them with weapons up. 3 of them are pointed at you. The rest of them seem to be pointed at the door. That
Got it.
Ket just
Got
booted.
Yeah. What's in this building by chance? From looking in through the window.
From looking in through the window, you would see it as a bar.
Oh, really? It is a bar. That's what I thought. I want to firebolt the bar.
Magnificent. And I'm assuming you were trying to make it to where you're trying to set things on fire. Let me see. Firebolt.
Correct. I mean, firebolt reads it ignites flammable.
Liquor is flammable.
Correct.
You just turn that bar into a giant Molotov cocktail.
Exactly, which is going to force all of them out towards us or through a back door.
I am going to roll it as roll an attack die.
Okay.
Roll to attack the bar.
Yeah, easy enough. It's usually a pretty easy roll to hit. Let's see, that'd be a 21.
That's oh god. Okay, so you look, you're seeing what's happening, and then the alcohol catches your eye. You smile, summon fire in your hand, and you throw it. It crashes through the window, sails in between a couple of these bandits, slams into the bar. And for a moment, nothing happens. And then a rather large of fire just engulfs the entire bar.
At this point, Rodney's like, come out, drop the weapons.
Yeah, you're just kind of bringing up your weapon, come out, drop the weapons. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me.
Hell yeah, I don't even have
one.
points in it, but
I'll
we'll
give
find
you-
out.
Nat 1.
Oh my god, I actually have a -1 on intimidation because my charisma is a -1
Heck
because I'm a pipsqueak.
You're a nerd. A dangerous nerd, but still a
7.
nerd.
7, not very intimidating, but
Come
they
on,
could
drop the weapons.
hey, they could roll
Can I give
they could
him-
roll
Can I
lower.
give him the help action on that?
Yeah. Actually,
Okay, I'll re-roll.
Being as I just
This game
booted a door and
Fucking
took out
hates me
7
because
of
I'm
your
not playing
guys.
my fucking bard. I rolled a fucking 6 this time, so I'm still at a 7.
okay, so 2 of them end up exiting stage left. The rest of them now are all pointing guns at you, Rodney.
Oh yay. At this point I still have movement available, so my ass is ducking under the window.
Get the fuck out! Ah! Whoosh! Oh god!
Get him!
Oh, wonderful. So next is that was Marty. It is now Inti. Inti, what are you doing? I'm not sure if he is talking. He might have fallen asleep, actually.
I mean, he was pretty
I have
intoxicated.
no room to laugh at that.
Yeah, he was pretty intoxicated. We're just gonna skip him for now. So yes.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit tired. 12:30 here, so
Yeah, we're almost done though. So Marty, you do get a shot taken at you. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Shit, clocked. It's only 5 points of damage.
That's not bad.
But now I remember Krell, your held action will proc, so go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Who?
Granted,
Krell?
Krell. Granted, they are behind 3/4 cover.
So that's going to be a whopping 24.
That will hit.
A 2.
A 2. Okay, you end up hitting him, but he is still up. And you see him disappear. It's at this point, Ket, as you're behind cover, you see him, that bandit right there begin leaving. The rest of them, they are going. This is pretty much going to be like right on top of you, Ket. But instead of shooting you, they're going to butt stroke you. So, does a 12 hit you, Ket?
No, it does not. I deflect the butt with my arm scales.
Okay. Rodney, this guy comes up to the window, points his rifle at you.
Asshole.
Does a 16 hit?
Oh, it definitely does.
That is 5 points of damage.
Thank God.
Okay. Another one grabs the woman and puts a revolver to her head. Like hostage style. The rest of these guys, they are beginning to take cover, like overturning tables, and are beginning to take cover. So now it is top of the round with Chandler. Chandler is going to move right here. And then move up further to catch up with you guys, see the situation, and hide behind cover. Next is Morgrim.
Oh, yikes. Alright. I'm going to catch up with the party.
Catch up with the party. We can put you in a little bit more. So you are now seeing men are taking positions. You do not see the hostage situation, however. There is someone on top of Ket who just butt stroked him.
Alright.
Two.
Gonna punch him in the throat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna hit him with a
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
He will be behind 3/4 cover because technically Ket is in between you and him. Just to let you know.
Does a 24 hit?
It do.
And 7.
7 points of damage. He ends up getting hit square in the chest and is dead. So, Ket, your life is saved.
Thank you. Must ask you will drop your sock.
Cedar is going to move up to Rodney and cast Cure Wounds on you. You get 6 points of health back. Next is Ket. Ket, what are you doing?
The person who I see holding the hostage.
Yeah.
Do they look like they could possibly be the leader?
As a free action, you can give me an insight check.
All right. Three.
3. Nope.
So
There's a
with
bandit
that
and
being
nothing
said,
more.
What was that?
yeah, right. I kind of want to. I will turn to the guys, like just in the heat of everything, just turn real quick and be like, "Do you think we should try to talk to him?"
You guys are hearing this.
Hey, you want to talk?
The fuck do you want?
So I will kind of poke my head.
What the fuck do you
I kind
want?
of poke my head around the corner. So what do we want? What the fuck do you want? We were headed to this town to trade or whatever the fuck we were coming here to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we come in here and find you guys just ravaging the fucking town. What the fuck do you want?
What's fucking ours? Now get lost.
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific if you don't want me and my buddies to floor y'all. Like I said, we didn't want to fight, but we're not gonna stand by and let you kill what I can only assume is the last surviving member of this community. Now explain yourself, or I'll put a bullet between your eyes.
How about this? And you hear the woman yelp. You put down your guns, or I put one in her fucking skull.
Guys, delay so I can get there, please.
Got
So
to the
wait,
count
what
of
did you
3.
say? Not you, Warren. Baker. Baker,
Delay
what
so
did
I
you
can
say?
get there.
Delay
Delay
so I can get there.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
So
Hey, Warren,
can
he's
catch-
he's counting
uh,
to he's counting to 3. Do I have a clear line of sight of this guy?
You kind of don't, because you have someone in pretty much that would be right in your face. It's the guy that shot you.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the guy poking. Okay.
Got to the count of 3.
all right. I will yeah, I'll put my weapon down and stand up in the doorway.
This man is bold.
Oh shit, he's rolling.
Don't come any fucking closer. She will get it, and he just drives the barrel deeper to her temple.
Hey,
and she
Warren, are we
yelps in
just
pain
like
again.
are we just
At
free
this
to?
point,
Oh, I'm sorry, Kev. I wasn't trying to cut you off, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Kat.
no, go ahead. I have a delay in my connection or whatever, so all of y'all will be on time, and my speech will come through a couple seconds later. So if you end up cutting me off, just go ahead and continue speaking. I've probably already stopped talking to listen to you.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. Being the modern world, most people would know what the smell of like natural gas is, right?
They know the smell of gasoline
They would know the smell. Okay.
and diesel.
And that brings me to my next question. Are we kind of just able to take actions at the moment?
Yeah, is your action to just kind of keep their attention on you, Ket?
Yeah, I am doing my best to make as big of a scene with myself, waving my hands, talking loudly, drawing everyone's attention to me.
Okay, if that's the case,
Well, next in initiative would be Marty.
okay. I have a great idea.
Marty, you have
Figure
you already have a reloaded weapon.
So, did I hear that guy that I was chasing run off?
I will say yes, you did.
Okay. And then I can hear them yelling in the next corridor, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me look at the map real fast. Can I move from where I'm at right here, shaking it, and I'll move it over to here if there's an open window?
That is way too far because, again, these are 10-foot squares. And you were right here.
Oh, you're right. Can I peek around the corner where Ket is kind of standing in the doorway and see the guy with the gun to the girl's head over his shoulder?
I will say yes.
Okay.
We'll put Ket
Is
right
he
here.
Okay, is he behind full cover?
I'm going to say that even though you have sharpshooter, you have now 2 friendly targets in front of your target. So the 3/4 cover will stand, regardless of sharpshooter.
He's like 7/8 covered.
But if one were to be so inclined, one might be able to make that shot. Because I know what you're going at.
I don't think my dice rolls could make that shot.
Go big or go home, man. This is Dungeons and Dragons. Let's go.
Hail Mary, as long as I roll in that one, I'll be okay.
Go big or go home, man.
Oh no! Does a 18 hit?
That will hit.
Oh boy! Let's get it on. I dropped my dice. Ah, come here!
Because his AC was 17.
I literally launched my dice across the room.
So you barely made that shit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh man. 4.
Well, luckily, the last thing that you saw before you took the shot was some charred flesh. Because you put a bullet right between his eyes. No
Let's get it
spasm.
on.
No spasm. He falls to the ground. And it's at this point that I think that we can end the session. So, for
That's
those
mean.
of you, so those of you who are watching right now, thank you guys. We really appreciate it. If you guys would leave a like the page if you're watching live on Facebook, or later on if you're watching on YouTube. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, and all those things. But if you're watching live, please, if you would, like the page, like the session, and share the session to your friends so we can get some more people watching. It's at that point that we are going to move into the Dice of Destiny to tell us, or to be the first one to give us a after session review. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including me. So, wait, no, Brandon isn't here. So, Austin, your after session review.
It's definitely an interesting world you've built.
Thank you.
I think everybody participated wonderfully.
Oh yes.
So I have no complaints. I was very, very happy with it.
That's good to hear. So any cons? Well, first off, anything that you really, really, really liked about the session other than the world? Like maybe using Owlbear or what have you compared to what we usually do?
You already know I hate Owlbear.
No, I'm talking about for like a visual table.
Oh, I think it was useful. I had to step out because my daughter is running 102 fever.
Mhm.
But I was able to come back and at least look at the map and get an idea of where everybody was.
Well, that's good. Oh, by the way, I want to get, but before we go any further, I want to give Michael the first inspiration die of the campaign for him creating a distraction. So, under your inspiration, you will have a D4. That D4 you can use for any skill check, any attack roll, any check whatsoever, as long as it's not damage or what have you. If it's a D20, you can use it. However, after you use it, it is expended. You have however many inspiration die that I give, you have that pool. So you are the only one with inspiration at the moment. But continue, Austin. Any cons?
No cons.
Okay.
Like I said, I think everything went very, very well. I think it was relatively smooth for our first session. So
yeah, not bad for session
Brandon
0.
being absolutely fucking drunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a talk with Brandon after this, probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. I'm glad you liked it. We're going to move on next to Baker. Baker, you and I put this world together. How are you liking it so far?
It's great. This is everything I could have asked for. I can't wait to see more of it.
Awesome.
It's great.
I like the fact that you are allowing us to take those, like just kind of reaching out and just like, okay, you can do that if you want to. You can do that if you want to. I appreciate that, especially with that long shot, because oof.
Well, I did technically break the rules as written, but I did so in a it makes sense kind of way, because if you had one ally in the way, that's one thing. 2 allies, however, we need to impose some kind of hard check,
rules is
you know what I'm
written.
saying?
Rules is written. I understand that. However, that shot totally fits with my character. I'm so pumped that happened.
I am so happy that happened.
Oh, that makes me happy. Any pros, cons? I forget how long combat and role playing takes with this because there's so many people. So I'm chomping at the bit, like, come on, when is it my turn? When can I do something? When can I? And that's not anybody else besides like just the way the game works.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate all of you for participating so much. I am so proud of what Born and I put together. This project took a long time, and with the old campaign, it was like,
yeah,
I would love this.
But the thing is, it took us 6 months to get to where we're at right now. So there's been a lot of work that's been put into this. A lot of love and care poured into this this campaign. So
as
hope
much
you
as
guys enjoy it.
Yeah, as much as I love all of you, I can't wait for somebody to accidentally make a non-fatal mistake with the world, because it's like, oopsie, this world is not how we know it. Like somebody goes and touches the wrong tree or something.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm super happy.
What about pros as far as the session is concerned?
Pros, you guys all role played super well. There's zero need for us to be like, you guys need to work on this, work on that.
And you think we should keep Owlbear?
I like Owlbear just for being able to look at it, not particularly for the dice rolls.
Yeah.
I can screw up my own dice rolls. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Josh is kind of pissed at Owlbear right now.
Understandable.
All right, well that's cool. I do want to kind of move through this a little bit quickly because it is getting late. So Josh, what did you think of the session?
Sorry, I'm clearing my mouth of those Cheez-Its. No, the session was great for session 0. I mean, it was a good introduction to the gritty world that we're going to be introduced to.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing you and Baker, this is just the touch. Like this is like rated G for what I'm assuming to come.
Mm-hmm.
So which is exciting. Being the person I am, stuff that I enjoy, I look forward to seeing the darker side of this world.
Admittedly, I was contemplating on whether or not I wanted to kind of show a little bit of that darkness in this world and right off the rip in session 0. And I was honestly contemplating on not doing that, but I also wanted to come out the gate being like, you know, you are not in Kansas anymore, even though technically you would be in Kansas, but you're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah. But like I said, it's fun because like even D&D, some of the darker campaigns aren't necessarily that dark, you know, because they're still high fantasy, you know, and being a fan of stuff like Warhammer 40K, I
Mhm.
do not shy away from the dark.
Yeah.
So that was a very cool part of the campaign you guys have created. I
Mhm.
think the role playing aspect will improve with everybody. Because I mean, besides me, Baker, and Austin, I haven't played with the other two before.
Yeah. Oh, well,
So
you've
when you
also
kind
played
of
with Pat, but Pat had shit they had to do. So
yeah, I'm trying to actually get a hold of about that pertaining to some stuff that I need to talk to him about. But
yeah, that's
side
offline
note,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah. But like for instance, I've never played with Michael or Brandon. So like when you hand it over to us to just kind of role play it out,
There was a little bit of a
ev-
hesitation. Yeah.
everybody was kind of like figuring out what they wanted to do, and it's not so much that like for me, I know like I could just bullshit with you know Austin and Baker and like in a role play session, but like I kind of want to like get the gauge for like Michael or Brandon, get their gauge of like, where they stand as a role player.
Mhm.
Like how do they like to play it? Then I can gauge how I'm gonna play my guy. Roll along and but no, Owlbear was cool. My previous campaigns I'm so used to using Roll20 for like map layouts and
Mhm.
miniatures and stuff like that. So seeing you use the Owlbear was cool.
Mhm.
You know, previous campaign we didn't use Owlbear as a
Yeah,
map.
it was
Everything
all
was
theater
just
of the mind. Yeah.
yeah, which is also fine. It's totally fine. That streamlines the process. You know.
Yeah, but I am thinking that I like this system a little bit more with Owlbear because even though I'm not necessarily explaining, and this is actually a con for me, I wasn't explaining enough to our audience what's going on because we're tracking what's
Yeah.
going on, but the audience is not. So
Right, and that's actually something that me and you can work with offline. I can get it so that you can overlay, or even if you want, I can run a side stream at the same time. You can actually overlay the game map while we're
yeah,
playing.
I'm thinking that next session we're probably gonna do that. But yeah,
Right.
let's. Are you good? Because I kind of want to get over to Michael. You good?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Awesome.
Everyone did great. It was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael, your after session review. What did you think of the session? Pros
Yeah.
and cons and whatnot.
Man, that was awesome. Okay. First of all, that did not feel like a session 0. That felt like we just dropped in from a fucking save file and was like, all right, we're just gonna pick up where we left off and get at it. Like that wasn't clunky. There was no hesitation. It was just we just got in there, figured some stuff out real quick, jumped into combat, fucked some shit up, and it was just badass. Like I have zero cons to this session. There was nothing bad about it, I don't think. You and Baker kind of understand, and Austin a little bit, that with my Jack character, I'm more of a soft spoken, don't really role play a lot because my character doesn't have anything to say. That's going to take a little getting used to with Ket because I feel like he's going to be a little more outspoken, especially when I get into some of my other personas that do the real talking and the silver tonguing and stuff like that. So that's going to take a little getting used to as far as role play is concerned. But to answer your question, Josh, about my role play style, just like in real life, I fucking suck at starting conversations. But if you can get something going, I can follow along with it, no problem.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
you-
worry. You
But
can
yeah,
ask.
no, I had
I was gonna say you could ask Warren Baker. I am a social butterfly. I
Yeah,
will get a conversation rolling.
once we actually get into our roleplay heavy session, because this was a combat heavy session, I will say that. Once we get into our roleplay heavy sessions, then you guys will have time to actually interact with each other's characters and whatnot. So that will be coming. So is that your
Awesome.
review?
Yeah, no, I'm great. Everything was awesome. Everything was great. I'm glad I got to do some real like fucking shit up type stuff because Jack doesn't get to do that kind of stuff a lot.
Mm-hmm. As far as I'm concerned, my con is actually on me, and I kind of discussed that with Josh. I don't think I did enough to actually explain to the audience what everyone is seeing. And again, I do want to reiterate to you guys, this is just a session 0. This is you guys seeing the process that we're going to be going through to kind of refine our game to actually get, play a game that would be entertaining for not only us, but everyone who is watching. So we will be making some improvements on the way. However, some pros, you guys role played wonderfully. There was only one hiccup, and that was whenever I said, okay, you guys can go ahead and, take it from here, talk amongst yourselves. And there was a little bit of a hesitation. But then once one person started talking, everyone was like, okay, yeah, so this is the information that we found. It was a classic investigation, comeback, tell everyone what we found, come up with a game plan, execute. And once the first person started talking, it just took off. And that is what I love to see. And I am very happy to see that. In combat, I'm thinking now with Owlbear, you guys are now actually able to see, okay, where can I take cover? And I'm starting to see the gears turning in everyone's heads, at least for the people that I can see, with the cameras and stuff. I'm seeing the gears turning in y'all's heads already, like, okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing next turn. So even though combat did last a little bit longer because we have more people than usual, there was no hesitation in, okay, what am I going to be doing next turn? And that is something that I would like to see. So I'm thinking combat is going to go by a little bit quicker, and that is something that I am really looking forward to as far as later on down the road. But other than that, no, you guys did wonderfully, and I hope that everyone who is watching was entertained by it. And I hope you guys are along for the ride for this campaign. But anybody else have any parting words as far as the after session review? Nope. Okay, so for all of you watching, again, please be sure to like the stream, share it to your friends, like the page if you're watching live on Facebook, and if you're watching on YouTube later on, whenever I finally post this thing, please leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe and the bell and all those good things. Help support us. And yeah, we hope to see you guys again.